nothing but curveballs. Let us go to bat for you. Our team will fight to get you the medical care you need and the money you deserve. Make the right call. Attorney John Foyne Associates, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Hey, Braves fans, this is John Michaels reminding you that Jeff Francoeur joins Finn, home team, and me in the locker room every Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. on your radio home of the Braves, 680 The Fan.
Back in Milwaukee, where the roof is closed for this first game between the Braves and the Brewers, and it's time now for the starting lineups powered by Georgia Power, the official electric energy partner of the Atlanta Braves. We'll start off with the visiting Braves trying to put this 7-game losing skid to rest. The Braves have dropped their last 7. They are 10 games under 500 at 27-37. The Braves in 4th place in the East, 14 games back of the Mets, and Brian Snitker leads it off tonight with his right fielder, Ronald Acuna Jr. Batting second for the Braves, Wisconsin native catcher Drake Baldwin. Batting third baseman Austin Riley. And hitting cleanup, first baseman Matt Olson, coming off a good series in San Francisco. Batting fifth, the designated hitter Marcell Ozuna. Hitting sixth.
Solomon Brothers Jewelers is back as your preferred jeweler of the Atlanta Braves. As they get ready for the official season, it's time to get ready for engagement season. And that is at Solomon Brothers Jewelers. With the best prices and the largest inventory on loose diamonds and engagement rings you will find in the entire city. We're proud to be the best local jeweler here in the city. So come visit us at any of our 3 locations in Buckhead, Alpharetta, or Sharpsburg, online at solomonbrothers.com.
You need all the energy you can get for game day. Luckily at Georgia Power, we know a thing or two about saving energy. We understand that.
For 30 years, Renewal by Andersen has been the MVP for replacement windows and doors. They're proud to celebrate their 30th anniversary this month, taking care of Florida homes like yours. And that's why they're celebrating you with Renewal by Andersen's 30-year anniversary sale. All month, buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Upgrade your home with Firex frames, custom made for a perfect fit, no gaps, no fading, and made right here in the USA. Book your free design consultation today at bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service. Number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
Spectrum Business keeps real businesses, like Rise Bakery, connected.
As a business owner, my Spectrum services help simplify my day. Everything we do is easier knowing that we've got a reliable connection. And it helps our business just run really smoothly. Even though our techniques are very ancient, we rely just as heavily on technology. Spectrum allows my business to go from surviving to thriving.
Keep your business running smoothly with Spectrum Internet, starting at $40 a month. Restrictions apply. Services not available in all areas.
Here's what the car insurance companies may think they know after a car crash. They know you probably don't know what your claim is worth, or how to calculate pain and suffering, lost wages and future earnings, current and future medical expenses, or diminished value to your car. But guess what? We do. And if we don't win your case, you owe us nothing. For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah. Tampa.
Will you be okay for the show Saturday?
Yep. Look, ZocDoc has a ton of in-network doctors who can see me this week.
This week?
Reviews say Dr. Okami has a great bedside manner. Or Dr. Stafford. Patients say he never rushes appointments and has an opening today.
You should rush to his office.
And booked.
Now I need ZocDoc to find an ear doctor.
You've got options. Book on ZocDoc today.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Braves fans and next day instant savings on sets of select tires. On top of that, you get a free alignment and a free oil change. The more homers the Braves hit, the bigger the deals at Tire Discounters. Learn more at tirediscounters.com/Braves. Behind the plate calling balls and strikes, it is Mike Muchlinski. First base umpire is Emil Jimenez. Crew chief and second base umpire Doug Eddings, who thinks we all came to see him. And the third base umpire is Derek Thomas. Defensively, the Brewers have Rhys Hoskins at first base. Bryce Terang is at second base. Joey Ortiz, the shortstop. And it is Caleb Durbin at third base. In the outfield for Milwaukee, Daz Cameron in left, Jackson Churio in center. Sal Frelick is in right field. The catcher is former Brave William Contreras, and on the mound, the right-hander Aaron Savali, 6'1", 245 pounds. This righty's from Windsor, Connecticut. He's 29 years old. He'll be turning 30 this week. And this season, he's made just 4 starts with the Brewers. He's 1-1 with a 5.19 ERA, and he missed time earlier this year with a strained left hamstring. So that had him sidelined, but he's in their rotation now. And Darren, the last time he was out there, it was at Cincinnati. Gave up 2 runs on just 7 hits, 5 1/3 innings. A walk and 5 strikeouts, got a win. And for a guy who was trying to bounce back from the sore hamstring, he's been getting stronger and stronger with every start.
Yeah, he is. He's been pretty good here recently. 2 earned runs or less in his last 3 games started. So we'll see what he can do against this Braves lineup here tonight.
He'll be facing Ronald Acuna, Drake Baldwin, and Austin Riley here in the top of the first inning. Under the lights here in Milwaukee. First time we've seen the Brewers this season, as they're in third place in the Central, and the Braves right now in fourth place in the East. Ronald Acuna batting .304 on the season, climbing in. The right-hander Sabali is ready. And now for the ball game. The first pitch will be sent foul into the second deck along the first base line. Starting up at 6:41 Central Time here in Milwaukee, 7:41 back home. Ronald Acuna staring down Savali. The right-hander kicks and fires the 0-1. Oh, a little bit low and outside. 1 ball and 1 strike on Ronald Acuna. Looking at the weapons for Aaron Savali, Darren, he's got lots of pitches, but seems like more cutters and sinkers than anything.
Yeah, he's got 7 distinct pitches.
There's the 1-1 pitch. And Acuna takes a called strike.
So it's a little easier to break him down. 3 different fastballs, 3 different breaking balls, and a splitter. So he's got the cutter, the sinker, the four-seamer. The cutter's probably his most used offering. Best breaking ball is his curveball. Also has a slider and a sweeper as well.
And that's what these Braves hitters will see tonight. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way to Ronald Acuna. Savali brings it, and there's a ball low.
And none of it really jumps off the page at you. The velocity is only 89 to 92 with those 3 different fastballs. But the curveball is a good pitch. It's a big breaker. It comes right from the heavens, 12 to 6. A lot of movement to it.
2-2 to Acuna. Up and in. Pushed him out of there with a fastball. He went spinning out of the way. And the count 3-2. The Braves are seeing Sabali for the very first time in his career. He's been in the big leagues 7 years. He's been with Cleveland, Tampa Bay, and now Milwaukee. But this is the first time he's ever opposed the Braves. Count runs full on Acuna. The payoff pitch on the way. Ronald swings and sends one foul down the right field line into the seats. The time of the first pitch tonight brought to you by Schumann Farms. Look for Real Sweet Brand Vidalia onions from Schumann Farms in a store near you. Savali has surrendered just 1 home run over his last 3 starts. Braves hoping to put that to the test tonight. No score, top of the first. 3-2 to Acuna. And he swings and misses at strike 3. Got a breaking ball by him. Acuna goes down swinging and one down in the top of the first inning.
Yeah, he's really nice sequence there. When you dust a guy off, meaning you throw one up under his chin, Ronald had to react to that, bail out of the box. That sets him up nicely for a breaking ball behind it. And Savali dropped that one in, and Ronald's timing was just a little off on it.
Here's Wisconsin native Drake Baldwin. And he swings at the first pitch that he sees, and it's a fly ball to right center field. Churio, the center fielder, over to his left, makes the catch, and he retires Drake Baldwin. Of course, Drake has a huge fan club here tonight, lots of family and friends. He's from Madison, Wisconsin, which is just over an hour west of where we are right now. So obviously a thrill for him playing in his home state of Wisconsin, but 2 down. Base is empty for Austin Riley. First pitch from Sabali. And there's a called strike. First pitch sinker that came in at 92. Savali spelled C-I-V-A-L-E. Aaron Savali. There's the pitch on the way. That'll miss high. Savali originally drafted by Cleveland. That was in the 3rd round of the 2016 draft. He was then traded to the Rays in 2023 and then traded here in 2024. 1-1 to Riley. And Austin takes a ball high. Aaron Savali out of Northeastern University. That's in Boston, where the head coach of that program is Mike Glavine. And that is the younger brother of Tom Glavine. There's the 2-1 pitch on the way. And Riley clubs one out to short just over the leaping Joey Ortiz. And a base hit into left field for the Braves' third baseman. That'll bring Matt Olson up to the plate. And you and I were talking about the series that Matt had in San Francisco. And while the Braves were swept, Matt was swinging a good bat and had a very productive series, didn't he?
Yeah, he sure did. A couple big knocks. Not a lot of offense out there in the Bay, but Matt was responsible for 5 runs driven in. So not a ton of hits, but some really important ones for the Braves.
Batting with a runner at first and 2 down. And Olson drills one foul into the seats down the right field line.
Yeah, I think the Braves lineup is excited to be out of San Francisco. Those were some pretty good arms they faced out there. Very young, talented pitching staff. That bullpen certainly was impressive. I know Braves fans don't want to hear me talking about how good some other teams' bullpen is, but you got to give them their credit where it's due.
Yeah, they were terrific. There's the pitch on the way to Matt Olson, and he'll send one foul. I think the only group of our team that didn't want to leave San Francisco would be the starters.
Yeah.
They're probably thinking, well, now you know how we feel when we go to Coors Field.
Yeah.
The batters never want to leave there. 0-2 on Matt Olson. Riley a lead at first, and the pitch on the way from Savali, and that'll miss high.
Yeah, there certainly were a lot of fly balls that just died a quiet death there in San Francisco.
Yes.
Deep in the outfield that in other parks would be a home run or a double. So, yeah, it's a great place to pitch out there.
A ball and 2 strikes on Olson, and the pitch on the way from Savali, and he dropped in a beautiful curveball for strike 3. Olson goes down looking. Braves get a base hit, nothing else. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Braves nothing, and the Brewers coming up when we come back.
There's a title.
For 30 years, Renewal by Andersen has been the MVP for replacement windows and doors. They're proud to celebrate their 30th anniversary this month, taking care of Florida homes like yours. And that's why they're celebrating you with Renewal by Andersen's 30-year anniversary sale. All month, buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Upgrade your home with Firex frames, custom made for a perfect fit, no gaps, no fading, and made right here in the USA. Book your free design consultation today at bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service. Number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you need a lawyer that specializes in big trucks. A lawyer who knows all the federal traffic rules that can affect your case.
And who can navigate the complex web of laws dealing with the trucking company, the leasing company, the shipper, and all the other details that can complicate your case.
At Farah & Farah, we've seen it all, and we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Tampa.
Real businesses like Malibu Apothecary rely on Spectrum to keep them connected.
We're a fragrance company, but we also have a lot of technology that we use. Spectrum is really the backbone of any of the business we do here. Having a reliable, fast internet service that can fit my budget is really great. I traded a 9 to 5 for a 5 to 9. It's a lot of work, but I love it.
Spectrum Business Internet starts at $40 a month when bundled. Learn more at spectrum.com/business. Restrictions apply. Services not available in all areas.
144 winners through July 1st. So what are you waiting for? Hurry and play Cash 4 today to instantly win an extra $444 only from the Georgia Lottery.
We in the locker room want to send you to a Braves game. This is Brian Finneran reminding you that a pair of tickets are up for grabs during our 7 o'clock hour every weekday morning on 680 The Fan.
No score into the bottom of the first inning. Great to have you with us on a Monday night. Braves and Brewers from American Family Field here in Milwaukee. Climbing in Jackson Churio. He'll be followed by William Contreras and Christian Yelich. Chris Sale ready to fire his first bullet of the game. And here it is to Churio, and a ground ball ramps off the mound and a base hit into center field. Came off his bat at 101 miles an hour, turning around a Chris Sale fastball, and Churio is aboard. The leather for Atlanta, Matt Olson at first base. Ozzie Albies is at second. Nick Allen is the shortstop, and Austin Riley is at third base. In the outfield for the Braves, Alex Verdugo in left field. Michael Harris in center field. Ronald Acuna is in right field. The catcher is Drake Baldwin, and the pitcher is the left-hander Chris Sale, 6'6", 180 pounds out of Lakeland, Florida. And making his 14th start of the season. He's been on quite the roll lately. Offering on the way to William Contreras. That'll miss inside. For the year, Sale is 3-4 with a 2.93 ERA. That's through 13 starts. But his last outing, you want to talk about a tough luck loser, gave up just 1 run in 6 innings against the Diamondbacks, struck out 10 and took the loss. What gives? Here's the 1-0 pitch. Now a pickoff over to first base and back in standing Churio. In fact, the run that Sale has been on is very similar to something that we saw last year. He's allowed 2 earned runs or fewer in 9 straight starts and has posted a 1.65 ERA in that span. And looking for more of the same tonight. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way to Contreras. And he'll take a strike. Good slider over. 1 ball and 1 strike. He's reached a double-digit strikeout total in 3 of those last 9 starts. In fact, he's 4th in the National League in strikeouts this season. And he's been on a strikeout rampage of late. 1-1 to Contreras. That'll be sent foul over by the Braves dugout. For Sale, he has faced the Brewers 4 times in his career. He's put up good numbers against them. He's 1-0 with a 2.05 ERA. But how about this, Darren? His 1 win against the Brewers was in May of 2015. Been a decade since he's beaten these guys. Not that he's been seeing them every year. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way. The breaking ball misses low, 2-2.
I remember last year he did pitch well against the Brewers, but he was going up against Freddie Peralta, one of the Brewers' best starters, and really well-pitched game. I think he might have given up 1 earned, if my memory, which isn't great, serves me correctly, but yeah, he deserves a win here.
Runner goes, 2-2 pitch. There's a ball outside, throw down by Baldwin, looking good, and they got him. Drake Baldwin with another victim. And that one, a perfect throw down to second base. And it's something that you and I are discussing before we went on the air about the improvements he's made behind the plate.
Yeah, Drake, that's something he's really been working on, to open the season. The first game he ever caught in the major leagues, he gave up 5 stolen bases without catching anybody. And so he was really struggling with his throwing at the beginning, resulting in just one caught stealing in the first 18 attempts. But he's been working really hard with Eddie Perez to brush up on that and has gotten some good results.
3-2 to Contreras. And he stays alive, fouling one off.
So you do the work, you expect the results, and he has caught 6 of the last 16 attempts at stolen base and had a pickoff the other night in San Francisco. So that's going to be a big part of this series, is him using that rocket right arm to keep these Brewers runners from stealing bases.
That's right. The Brewers #1 in the league in steals. 3-2 to Contreras. And he'll foul one back. So he caught one of the first 18 attempted stealers this season and 6 of the previous 16.
Yes.
That's a big turnaround.
Yeah, he's been on a tear. And it's quick, and it's gotten so much more accurate. He actually had a couple throwing errors early in the season where the throw wasn't even in the same area code as the base, but really brushed up on that.
3-2 to Contreras. Fouled off again. Well, that's the one thing this Brewers team does better than anybody. Steal bases. 85 steals this year. They're 7th in the league in runs. They're 10th in the league in homers. 12th in total bases. 13th in slugging. So offensively, they don't really blow you away. Now, they have hit into the second fewest amount of double plays, and that's because of their sprint speed. They have elite sprint speed as a club. Again, the 3-2 pitch. Check swing tapper out there to the mound. Springing off the mound, Sale. He's got it. Wheels and throws over to first base. And there's out number 2. Very nice play by Chris. Of course, he won a Gold Glove last year and showing you again how good he is defensively.
Talking about that Brewers team speed, they have 6 guys in their lineup who I would say, 5 guys in their lineup who I would say are plus runners, like extremely fast. And then 2 that are well above average runners. So you really only have 2 guys in their lineup, Hoskins and Contreras, that aren't going to steal bases.
No score, bottom of the first. First pitch called strike to Christian Yelich. We got a former MVP at the plate and a reigning Cy Young Award winner on the mound. Left on left matchup of the 0-1 pitch. Well, he was way late there. Fastball 95, swung on and missed, and an 0-2 count. Braves had 1 man on in the first inning. That was it. Brewers had a man aboard, but he was caught stealing. Here's the 0-2 to Yelich. Missed high. Went fastball up the ladder. Got a 1-2 count on Christian Yelich. Sale in search of his first strikeout of the game. And the 1-2 to Yelich. And a big bouncer down the first base line. It hits off the bag and goes into foul ground and up against the sidewall. And that's a base hit for Christian Yelich. Olsen was on the back of the bag waiting on it to come his way, but that trampoline right off the top of the bag and a knock for Yelich. And before Rhys Hoskins checks in, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Braves Radio Network.
Every Atlanta Braves game live on the air and streaming free on the app.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan.
No score, bottom of the first inning. Brewers have a runner at first and 2 down for Rhys Hoskins. Former Philly climbing in, pick off over to first base and back into the dive Christian Yelich. Chris Sale faced these Brewers twice last season. Got 2 no decisions. Here's the pitch on the way. Pulled foul down the left field line. Mentioned that Sale faced the Brewers twice last year, and it was something that pitchers hate. It's when they get the same team on back-to-back starts, and that happened to Sale against the Brewers last year. Funny enough, the second start was the better of the 2. He had 10 strikeouts. That's one of those games you're talking about.
Yeah. It was a tough series in Atlanta against the Brewers last year. We lost by a couple football scores that series.
Here comes the 0-1 to Hoskins. And he missed outside with a slider. Yeah, that was maybe the most demoralizing series of the regular season last year. Hoping for a better outcome in this one. And of course, the Braves need it as they've dropped their last 7 and are 10 games under 500. 1-1 from Sale. Low and inside with a slider. Sale, former 13th overall selection in 2010 out of Florida Gulf Coast University. where his number has been retired, his number 41 from his college days. There's the 2-1 pitch and a called strike. Sale has always been very generous, and of course that's the same with his alma mater. He donated a video board to Florida Gulf Coast. They've got a very nice facility down there in Fort Myers, and a lot of that because of Chris. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Hoskins. Here it is from Sale, and he blew it by him. Fastball 95, up and out of the reach of Rhys Hoskins, and that ends the first inning. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We go to the top of the second. No score in Wisconsin.
For 30 years, Renewal by Andersen has been the MVP for replacement windows and doors. They're proud to celebrate their 30th anniversary this month, taking care of Florida homes like yours. And that's why they're celebrating you with Renewal by Andersen's 30-year anniversary sale. All month, buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Upgrade your home with Firex frames, custom made for a perfect fit, no gaps, no fading, and made right here in the USA. Book your free design consultation today at bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service. Number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
Spectrum Business keeps real businesses, like Rise Bakery, connected.
As a business owner, my Spectrum services help simplify my day. Everything we do is easier knowing that we've got a reliable connection. And it helps our business just run really smoothly. Even though our techniques are very ancient, we rely just as heavily on technology. Spectrum allows my business to go from surviving to thriving.
Keep your business running smoothly with Spectrum Internet, starting at $40 a month. Restrictions apply. Services not available in all areas.
When you've been in a crash and your mind's racing.
When you've fallen in a store and are blaming yourself.
When you've been hurt at work and you don't know what to do.
Or if you've been the victim of a medical mistake, we've got you.
We've got what it takes to prove a case that the insurance companies can't ignore.
With decades of experience and a track record of winning for our clients.
Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Join us. Spend your afternoon driving around with Chuck and Chernoff, and you can win a pair of Braves tickets. It happens during the 4 o'clock hour weekday afternoons on 680 The Fan.
Alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick, Ben Ingram here with you from Milwaukee. It's a scoreless game into the top of the second, and the Braves will send up Ozuna, Harris, and Albies. And this is also the Toyota Stolen Base Challenge inning. And if the Braves steal a base in the top of the second, our contestant Jeffrey Bauman will win $400 in free Marathon gas cards. You can enter the Toyota Stolen Base Challenge by visiting Braves.com/Stolen Base Challenge. Marcell Ozuna, the batter. And Ozuna in his last 11 games hitting .311, looking to keep that rolling right along. He'll take a first pitch strike, a cutter over from Savali. In the bottom of the first, we're giving you the identity of this Brewers team, offensively that is. There's the 0-1 pitch on the way to Ozuna. He'll take a called strike. On the pitching side of things, middle of the pack in most of their numbers. 8th in ERA. They've allowed the 8th most homers. 8th in strikeouts, but there is one department that has really bitten them a few times this season. There's the 0-2 pitch on the way to Marcell Ozuna. Savali brings it, and he missed outside. And that, Darren, is the fact that they've walked more batters than any other team in the league. And you think about Ozuna, who's been amongst the best in baseball in that department, should see some patient at-bats from him.
He might rack up a few of those here this series.
There's 1-2, and he takes a ball in the dirt.
He also might rack up some homers. He has more home runs as a visitor in this ballpark than any other in the major leagues. Obviously, he was a St. Louis Cardinal for a long time, a Miami Marlin, now a Brave, so he's played here quite a bit.
Long ball right here would be nice. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And he gets a fly ball out towards shallow right field. Frelick sprints in. He can't get there. Play that on a hop. Sounded like he might have splintered his bat on that little bloop to right field, but it's a leadoff single for Ozuna. When you're swinging it the way that he has been lately, a lot of it falling in. He's now 15 for his last 46. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for both teams. Still early, top of the second inning. Michael Harris, the batter. First pitch, a called strike, sinker over at 92.
Just watching Savali thus far. I mentioned not the hardest of throwers, but everything has a ton of movement, especially that cutter that he features most of the time. It's got a really nice, sharp, biting action to it.
0-1 to Harris. And he'll swing and miss at a cutter. Well, you watch those two pitches, and you can understand why it throws them so often.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard for these hitters to distinguish. Cutter is one of the hardest pitches to pick up the spin on. It looks just like a four-seamer that would go straight instead of coming into a lefty.
0-2 to Harris. That time he lays off a high cutter. Check swing. They appeal down to Derek Thomas, and he didn't go.
And especially these lefties in a lineup like Michael Harris are going to see a lot of cutters up and in, and that big curveball I mentioned in the intro, the one he struck out Olsen on. Big breaker.
1-2 from Savali, and a comebacker over the mound past second, and that escapes into the outfield for a base hit. That just missed taking out Savali's ankles. Unfortunately, it made its way through, and a knock there for Michael Harris, and the Braves in business with 2 men on base.
Savali's lucky, man. I know how much that hurts. My 5-year-old smoked me about a week ago, and I'm still limping. Got a big old bruise and swelling.
Yeah, he turned your ankle black and blue.
He still wets the bed sometimes. He's only 5, and it still hurt.
Here's Ozzie Albies. No score for now. First pitch to Ozzie will miss high. Well, the Braves need something big, and they'd love it early. It has been such a tumultuous time lately for the Braves. No score. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Albies takes a called strike. Braves have lost 14 of their last 17, including 7 straight, and have fallen to a season worst 10 games under 500. So many of those games, tight games, 1-run losses. 1-1 pitch, and there's a called strike. Got the cutter over. Braves have not lost 8 games in a row in more than 9 years. Ozuna at second. Harris is at first. 1-2 to Albies, and he'll send one foul over into the Braves dugout. They got a piece of somebody. I believe they're all right. Somebody was bailing out of there. The dugout railing has an entrance and exit on either side of the dugout, like you're used to seeing, but also one right in the middle. And somebody was right in that middle gap, and it came and shot that gap. I might get a bite of somebody down there, but they're all right. Savali steps off the back of the rubber.
Yeah, I see some of the guys laughing down there in the dugout, so might have been an overreaction by somebody. Everybody must be fine.
Savali ready. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a pop-up, shallow right, coming in Frelick, going out Terang, and the second baseman Terang has it in shallow right. And Ozuna scrambles back to the bag to keep from being doubled off. That's a tricky play. Very similar to the location where Ozuna's base hit landed. This time the second baseman got out there.
We are going to see a fair share of pop-ups and fly balls from Savali, an extreme fly ball pitcher. One of the lowest ground ball rates in the league. So 3 out of every 4 balls put in play are going to be in the air. So you're not worried about double plays, and fly ball pitchers tend to give up more home runs. We're hoping for a few of those here tonight.
Alex Verdugo has his turn. There's a called strike. Well, this outfield wall, very asymmetrical. All sorts of nooks and crannies out there along the outfield wall. Deepest part of the yard, straightaway center at 400 feet. 0-1 to Verdugo, and he swings and misses at a high fastball. The wall height, however, is very consistent. It's exactly 8 feet high all the way around, and they have a reason for that. That was on purpose. Tell you more about that after the 0-2. No score, top of the second. Pitch on the way to Verdugo. And there's a called third strike. Fastball in the inside corner. He goes down looking. Third strikeout for Savali. 2 down. It'll be up to Nick Allen. When they built this ballpark, they decided that the 8-foot wall height was the perfect height for robbing homers. And they felt like that was, of course, one of the more exciting plays as you could see in a baseball game. So they wanted the wall height to be that where you could rob more home runs and be 8 feet all the way around from pole to pole. And we've certainly seen several robbed home runs in this ballpark through the years. There's Nick Allen. And Allen swings, and it's a fly ball to deep center field. Churio going over to his right. He's under it, makes the catch in deep center. And the Braves strand runners at first and second. So a couple of singles lead off the inning, and then the hope just disappeared right after that. We go to the bottom of the second, no score.
For 30 years, Renewal by Andersen has been the MVP for replacement windows and doors. They're proud to celebrate their 30th anniversary this month, taking care of Florida homes like yours. And that's why they're celebrating you with Renewal by Andersen's 30-year anniversary sale. All month, buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Upgrade your home with Firex frames, custom made for a perfect fit, no gaps, no fading, and made right here in the USA. Book your free design consultation today at bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service. Number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it before it disappears. Tampa.
A spring day is the most righteous time to invite some friends over, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and catch the NHL Finals. Because cross-checks on ice deserve exhilarating refreshment served ice-cold.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the Dew.
Real businesses like Malibu Apothecary rely on Spectrum to keep them connected.
We're a fragrance company, but we also have a lot of technology that we use. Spectrum is really the backbone of any of the business we do here. Having a reliable, fast internet service that can fit my budget is really great. I traded a 9 to 5 for a 5 to 9. It's a lot of work, but I love it.
Spectrum Business Internet starts at $40 a month when bundled. Learn more at spectrum.com/business. Restrictions apply. Services not available in all areas.
Now with Apple CarPlay, so you can get it directly through your dashboard. Download the Fan app now.
Braves nothing, Brewers nothing. Into the bottom of the second. Alongside Darren O'Day, Ben Ingram here with you. It'll be Daz Cameron, Sal Frelick, and Caleb Durbin up to the plate in the bottom of the second inning versus Chris Sale. Sale had a strikeout in the first inning. Starts things off with a foul ball here off the bat of Daz Cameron. Only the original Louisiana brand of hot sauce is bold enough to be the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. That's the original Louisiana brand hot sauce. The official hot sauce of our pregame meal right before this game. That's Louisiana hot. Buy you some. Here comes the 0-1 pitch on the way to Daz Cameron. And he'll swing and foul one back. I don't know, 2 count on him. The Brewers dropped 2 of 3 to the Padres over the weekend. They scored only 4 runs in that entire series. They had a 1-0 loss yesterday, and a game where they stranded 10 men on base. This ball low and inside. They also went 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position. That sounds familiar, doesn't it?
It sure does. Unfortunately, yeah, a couple offensives that have stalled here recently.
1-2 to Cameron. Got him looking. Slider at the bottom of the zone, buckled his knees. 2 strikeouts for Sale, 1 down here in the second.
That is now Chris's 71st strikeout on the slider. By far and away the most on a slider of just 97 strikeouts. So when he wants to put you away, you got a pretty good idea where he's going.
And such a great pitch for so long. Frelick bounces one to first, taken on the second hop by Matt Olson. Steps on the bag and 2 down. One more note on the Brewers. You mentioned that they've had a difficult time scoring runs. Milwaukee has been shut out 8 times in 66 games this year. They were shut out 9 times all of last year. They've really had a difficult time scoring runs. But despite their inability to score much and that loss to the Padres, the Brewers have won 10 of their last 13 games. But the Brewers have only picked up 1 game in the division standings in that span. Still looking up at the Cardinals and the Cubs. Durbin takes a called strike.
And we mentioned their team speed. They just, that's kind of the focus. Hit for average, steal bases, good base running. They just don't hit many home runs. 23rd in the league at that.
It's to Durbin. And a bottle rocket popped up on the infield. Ozzie Albies has his feet in shallow center. Backpedals, makes the catch. And down they go, 1, 2, 3. We've completed 2. We're off to the top of the third in Milwaukee. No score.
Hello, Braves country. I'm Paul.
How do you make an Airbnb a Verbo? Picture a vacation rental with a host.
the host is dragging your family on a tour of the kitchen, the bathroom, the upstairs bathroom, the downstairs bedroom, and the TV room, which, surprise, is where you can watch TV. Now imagine there's no host giving you a tour, because there's never any hosts at all. Ever. Voila, you've got yourself a Vrbo. Want a vacation that's completely and totally host-free? Make it a Vrbo.
Is your power bill getting bigger and bigger? You need to replace your leaking windows and doors. Check out Renewal by Anderson's 30-year anniversary sale. Buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Go to bestwindowsflorida.com.
There are things in life that may seem fine, but need a reality check. Sushi from the gas station, online dating profiles, and your pool water. Yeah, that's right, pool water. Feeling the burn is great if you're doing Pilates, but not when you're taking a dip. To keep your pool water safe, AquaCheck it. Just use AquaCheck's pool test strips and their handy app. And in minutes, you'll know if your pool is ready. For real.
Here's what the car insurance companies may think they know after a car crash. They know you probably don't know what your claim is worth, or how to calculate pain and suffering, lost wages and future earnings, current and future medical expenses, or diminished value to your car. But guess what? We do. And if we don't win your case, you owe us nothing. For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah. Tampa.
Baseball is better with less freezing at the plate, and that's why we deliver Wi-Fi built for streaming with ultra-low lag. Get the fastest connection to the Braves and stream more of the biggest moments from the best seat in the house with Xfinity. Ronald Acuna leads off for the Braves in the top of the third. He's over one with a strikeout. First pitch he sees from Savali, just about unbuckled his belt with that sinker. At a 1-0 count now on Ronald Acuna. Boy, Acuna has really been swinging the bat well since coming off the IL. 1-0 pitch. Curveball in for a called strike. Acuna has reached base in 14 of his 15 games since coming back and hitting .298 since coming back. That includes his first inning AB. 1-1 is high. Also, he scored 10 runs in those 15 games. And of all the great numbers he put up in 2023, that might have been the one that was the most impressive. There's the 2-1 pitch. That's up and in. Of course, we talk about the homers and the steals that season. But he scored, what, 150 runs that year?
Yeah, he was the straw that stirred the drink. You know, he's getting on base and obviously stealing bases, running quickly around them, scoring a whole bunch of runs, getting this offense going.
Hitters count 3-1 outside. And that is ball 4. And Ronald stands there, takes off his elbow guard and the shin guard and the knee guard and everything else he had on, jogs down to first base.
And I think he was a little extra deliberate there. Savali, already in this game, I think has thrown 4 or 5 pitches that were well inside off the plate, 2 of which Ronald had to jump out of the way of. So that might be the Brewers' plan this series to neutralize Ronald, is to just work him close.
Drake Baldwin, the batter. And the first pitch you see is a curveball for a called strike. Snit told us before the game that he was chatting with Drake about how many tickets he had out for tonight's game. Had a ton of them. Friends and family from right down the road coming to watch him play. 1 to Baldwin. Bouncer out to second. That'll be gloved by Terang. To second for 1, over to first. And they get 2. Well turned by Terang, Ortiz, and Hoskins. And 2 down in the inning. It goes 4-6-3, and now it's in the hands of Austin Riley.
Didn't I say we didn't have to worry about double plays last inning?
Hopefully that's the one for the whole game. And that was as tailor-made a double play as you're going to get. Austin Riley takes the ball low and outside. Aaron Savali brings it. 1-0 pitch, a little bit low and outside. This ballpark may be just shy of half full. Not a bad little Monday gathering to this point. A couple of night games and then the day game in the getaway day on Wednesday. 2-0 pitch. Good swing, but a miss at a fastball. 2 balls and a strike on Austin Riley. Riley singled in the first inning. There's the 2-1 pitch. That'll miss outside. Previewing this series, I mentioned it's Sale for the Braves and Savali for the Brewers this evening. Tomorrow night, Grant Holmes versus Quinn Priester. And then the finale on Wednesday, Spencer Schwellenbach and Chad Patrick. Those are your pitching matchups for this 3-game tilt in Milwaukee. 3-1, healthy cut, but a miss at a high cutter. Well, that must be a really tricky pitch because it's coming in there at 90, and he's getting lots of swings and misses with it, Darren.
Yeah, there's been 2 fastballs. Pretty hittable, this at that. Just the late movement on them. Those 2 cutters moving very sharp and very late. Tough to square up.
Payoff to Riley. Fouled back into the screen.
And that last pitch, the foul ball, was a sinker. So he's doing the old crisscross. It's really hard for these hitters to distinguish those 2 pitches from each other based on their spin.
No score, top of the 3rd. And a 3-2. And Riley hits this one way up into the air to shallow right field. Frelick and Terang in the neighborhood. That'll be Frelick's ball at shallow right. And the high pop-up into the top of the 3rd inning. Braves going to lead off walk, but then a double play and a pop-up. We go to the bottom of the inning, no score.
When the game's on the line. For 30 years, Renewal by Andersen has been the MVP for replacement windows and doors. They're proud to celebrate their 30th anniversary this month, taking care of Florida homes like yours. And that's why they're celebrating you with Renewal by Andersen's 30-year anniversary sale. All month, buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Upgrade your home with Firex frames, custom made for a perfect fit, no gaps, no fading, and made right here in the USA. Book your free design consultation today at bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service. Number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
How do we respond to lowball offers from insurance companies?
With relentless litigation. For the justice you're entitled to after an accident, you know who to call.
Make it a FARA fight. Fair and FARA.
Tampa.
Real businesses like Malibu Apothecary rely on Spectrum to keep them connected.
We're a fragrance company, but we also have a lot of technology that we use. Spectrum is really the backbone of any of the business we do here. Having a reliable, fast internet service that can fit my budget is really great. I traded a 9 to 5 for a 5 to 9. It's a lot of work, but I love it.
Spectrum Business Internet starts at $40 a month when bundled. Learn more at spectrum.com/business. Restrictions apply. Services not available in all areas.
If your car's been totaled in a crash, you're entitled to collect what it retails for on the lot. But if insurance companies don't offer what you deserve, we are here to keep them honest. Fair and FARA. Tampa.
It's time to step up to the plate and see if you can guess which baseball player or manager said the following.
I want to thank the many living legends sitting behind me. I'm humbled and honored to be standing in front of you.
For the new Buck Belue Show here on The Fan, 680 and 93.7, home of the Braves.
Joey Ortiz leads off the Brewers in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Going to be 8, 9, and 1 in their order. We are scoreless here under the roof at American Family Field in Milwaukee. Chris Sale goes back to work. First pitch he fires in there. Called strike. Got a fastball over. You need all the energy you can get for game day. And at Georgia Power, we know that energy costs are an important part of every budget. And we're committed to providing tools and assistance to make a difference. You can save more energy for the game. Learn more at georgiapower.com/myenergy. Fastball misses high. 1-1 on Joey Ortiz. He's a light-hitting shortstop, batting $181. One from Sale. And a ball outside with a slider. Brewers are managed by Pat Murphy. He's in his 2nd season as the general of the Brewers. That's after Craig Counsell packed his bags and headed south to Chicago to manage the Cubs. 2-1 pitch. Huge swing and a miss at a fastball. And while the Brewers are in 3rd place of the division, everyone trying to dethrone them there in the Central. They've won back-to-back division titles there in the National League Central. 2-2 to Ortiz. Line down the right field line into the corner. That'll roll all the way to the wall. Down to second base for Joey Ortiz. He hits the bag, takes a big turn, but then throws on the brakes. And it'll be a leadoff double for Ortiz. 3rd hit of the game for the Brewers and their first extra base hit of this contest.
You know, Our view of the right field corner here is blocked from the booth, but couldn't see what was going on down there with Ronald. But Ortiz, one of those 5+ runners. Out of the box, I was thinking that would be a triple, but Ronald must have gotten to it quickly.
Got to it quickly and then fired a missile in from the right field corner. So a double by Ortiz. Here's Bryce Terang. Infield approaching like he's going to square around. He does. Pulls back, takes a strike. First pitch fastball. This Brewer team had an 8-game winning streak that was snapped a week ago tomorrow. 4 games over 500 to this point of the season for Milwaukee. 0-1 from Sale, up and in on Terang. No score, bottom of the third. Runner at second, no one out. Chris Sale trying to pitch through this jam. 1-1 to Terang. Slider missed outside. Terang batting .266 on the season. A little bit of pop. He's hit 4 homers this year. Left-handed hitter. Tough assignment for any lefty versus Sale. And the 2-1. And a called strike. Good slider. Out on the outside corner.
Terang, a good hitter. Good contact hitter. A lot of speed. You usually see him near the top of the Brewers lineup. But the tough lefty Sale in there. You know, he's manning the 9-hole here tonight.
Two to Terang. 2 to Lou. He swings and misses at a slider. Really funny swing there.
Toodaloo.
I mean, that swing, you'd watch that and say, that looks like me down there. But that's what a lefty hitter looks like versus Chris Sale.
That's right.
Third strikeout for Chris Sale. Back to the top of the order to Jackson Churio. Churio singled back in the first inning and was caught stealing. No score here in the bottom of the third. Ortiz a lead at second. Sale glanced that way. Now back to the plate. Dancing off the bag at second, Ortiz. Pitch to the plate, and he swings and squares one up to deep center. Michael Harris drifting, looking up towards the roof. He's under it. Makes the catch. Tagging at second base, Ortiz. Here's the throw out of center field. It pulls Riley to the right of the bag. And in with a head first slide to third base, Joey Ortiz. So the sac fly puts a man at third base. 2 down, and it's in the hands of William Contreras.
You know, we were looking at the park factors early in this game, and we were both shocked when this American Family Field was one of the most favorable parks in the league for pitchers. And I always thought of this place as a launching pad, a homer dome. But they mentioned this Brewers offense, a light-hitting squad. That might have something to do with that factor.
Yeah, good point. This guy is not light hitting. Talking about William Contreras. And a ground ball out to short, past a diving Allen. And right on cue, he comes through to make it 1-0 Brewers. Contreras stings his former team, an RBI single, and it's 1-0 Milwaukee. And it's his 27th RBI of the year. Waited on that slider and tagged it up the middle. Runner at first, 2 down for Christian Yelich. Sale back on the horse. Fires a slider up there. Swung on a miss by Yelich. Yelich with a single back in the first inning. Left-handed hitter. There's the 0-1 pitch. And Yelich takes a called strike. Yelich, a California boy, but he committed to play collegiately at Miami. And then he was drafted by the Marlins, didn't sign with the Hurricanes, signed with the Marlins. So he was going to Miami one way or the other. And then, of course, traded to the Brewers a few years back. Here's the 0-2 from Sale, and he struck him out with a slider away. Strikeout number 4 for Chris Sale. And a side note to that strikeout that we'll get to when we come back. Brewers pick up a run on the base hit by
For 30 years, Renewal by Andersen has been the MVP for replacement windows and doors. They're proud to celebrate their 30th anniversary this month, taking care of Florida homes like yours. And that's why they're celebrating you with Renewal by Andersen's 30-year anniversary sale. All month, buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Upgrade your home with 5X frames, custom made for a perfect fit, no gaps, no fading, and made right here in the USA. Book your free design consultation today at bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service. Number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
Here's what the car insurance companies may think they know after a car crash. They know you probably don't know what your claim is worth, or how to calculate pain and suffering, lost wages and future earnings, current and future medical expenses, or diminished value to your car. But guess what? We do. And if we don't win your case, you owe us nothing. For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah. Tampa.
A spring day is the most righteous time to invite some friends over, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and catch the NHL Finals. Because cross-checks on ice deserve exhilarating refreshment served ice-cold.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the Dew.
If your car's been totaled in a crash, you're entitled to collect what it retails for on the lot. But if insurance companies don't offer what you deserve, we are here to keep them honest. Farah and Farah.
Tampa.
1-0 Brewers into the top of the fourth inning alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick. Ben Ingram here with you. Northside Hospital for a healthier future together. Look to Northside. It'll be Matt Olson, Marcelo Zuna, and Michael Harris due up for the Braves at the top of the fourth. Facing the right-hander Aaron Savali here under the roof at American Family Field. Pitch on the way to Matt Olson and a ball outside. I mentioned that there is a bullet point to that strikeout that Sale had of Christian Yelich in the bottom of the third. That was Sale's fourth strikeout of the game. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way to Matt Olson. And Matt takes a called strike. And with that strikeout, Chris Sale just elbowed past A.J. Burnett for 38th place on the all-time strikeout list in the history of Major League Baseball. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Olson takes a strike. And given where Chris Sale is in his career, over 2,500 strikeouts over the next several months, and of course the rest of his career, he's going to be passing some big names on the all-time strikeout list. 1-2 to Olson. That'll miss outside. And with every Chris Sale start, anytime he passes a name of note, we'll bring that to you. I think that's fun to track that. And next up on the list would be King Felix. Felix Hernandez. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And Olson takes a ball low. Sale will be tied with King Felix with 10 more strikeouts in his career. So another big name coming up.
Felix was a Brave for a hot minute.
Sure was. Forgot about that. 3-2 to Olson. And he takes ball 4 high. Second inning in a row, the leadoff walk by Savali.
Yeah, that's some impressive company that Chris Sale is keeping there. That is pretty neat watching him move up the leaderboards. Think he'll get to 3,000?
I think he's going to do it. And I'll tell you why. He seems like it's important to him, and he hasn't told us that. Here's the pitch on the way to Ozuna. There's a ball outside. He is much of a competitor now as he ever has been. And I think those numbers matter to him. I think they'd have to have that kind of a career. Of course, the team winning is more important to him. 1-0's up and in. And that clipped the knob. No, that clipped the arm of Ozuna. And they're going to give him first base. So that was a sinker that just did graze Ozuna. And he's having a chat with former teammate William Contreras. That'll send Marcel down to first base and Olson over to second. And the Braves in business, runners at first and second. Watching the replay of that. Yeah, got him on the, looked like it grazed the knuckles of his left hand.
That's just about the most comfortable hit by pitch you'll ever see. I mean, that was barely a graze. Enough for him to feel it and Muchlinski to hear it, apparently.
Harris shows bunt, and it's bunted down the third base line. It's a good one. Charging Durbin. Throws down to first base, and they got him barely. Well, that was a great bunt by Harris, and his wheels just about had him across the bag in time. But the bunt puts Olsen at third, Ozuna at second, and the sac bunt registers the first out of the inning.
That was a heck of a play by Caleb Durbin to make that out.
Now a base hit at least ties the game. Braves down 1-0 in the top of the fourth, and it's in the hands of Ozzie Albies. First pitch to Ozzie. There's a called strike. Finishing that statement on Sale, I just watch a guy every 5 days who seems as determined as anybody that I see in the league.
Yeah.
So he wants it. And, of course, he wants to win every 5 days. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Ozzie takes a ball high. But I think he knows how good he is, and I think it's important to him to be remembered by the time it's all said and done amongst the best in the history of the game.
I definitely agree with that. There's another factor that goes into that, too, that I can tell you a little bit about.
1-1 to Ozzie. That was high.
When I was trying to decide whether or not I wanted to keep playing, I was fortunate that I wasn't told when I had to retire. I got to choose. And it just wasn't as much fun for me. But watching Chris, it seems like he still has fun every 5 days and the days in between. He really enjoys coming to the ballpark every day.
Ozzie takes a called strike.
Probably because he's still nasty. You know?
Yeah.
At the end of my career, I was not nearly as good as I was at my best. So the game became harder, and I just didn't enjoy the grind of it anymore. He seems, like he's really enjoying what he does.
Yeah, he does. Runners at second and third, 1 out, and a 2-2 count on Ozzie Albies. Alex Verdugo on deck. The Braves desperately need something to go their way. 2-2 to Ozzie. And he swings and fouls one back. Typically when broadcasters will say this guy or that guy is one of their favorite players that they've ever covered, they've covered them for many, many, many years. And Chris has only been with the Braves for not even a year and a half. But he's already one of my favorite players that I've ever covered in his time with the Braves.
Yeah, right after me,
exactly.
I would imagine.
Here's the 2-2. Low and outside, 3-2. Darren O'Day's at the top of the list.
No, I could totally see that, too. He's just one of the best. He loves talking, loves chatting it up on the plane. Just a friendly guy and a great competitor.
Savali comes set right at the letters. 3-2. He swings and pops one up. Third base side. Durbin backpedaling down the left field line just back of the infield cutout. And he's under it for out number 2. Braves had a leadoff walk and then a hit batter. And then a sac bunt put them at second and third with a 1 down. And now they run the risk of being turned away again. Got to have a clutch base hit from Alex Verdugo. Verdugo 0 for 1 with a strikeout. One of the 3 strikeout victims for Savali to this point. This will be Savali's 65th pitch of the game, and Verdugo takes a called strike. Curveball right down the middle. Verdugo batting .248, yet to homer as a Brave. He's driven in 11 runs. 0-1 from Savali. And he swings and pops one up over by the Braves dugout, not a play. Into the second deck. That bounces around, becomes a souvenir. We're now an 0-2 count on Verdugo. .2 pitch. And Verdugo lifts one towards foul territory into the seats of the lower bowl of the stadium. It lands about 20 rows back of the Braves dugout. Ozuna at second. Olsen at third. Verdugo, left-handed hitter, staring down Savali. 0-2 pitch, and he missed high with a cutter. If Verdugo could reach, that would bring Nick Allen to the plate, who bats 9th in the order. Braves down 1-0 in the top of the fourth. But a base hit would give them the lead. 1-2, high and away. Good eye, laying off a fastball. Count level 2-2. Olsen and Ozuna, certainly not greyhounds out there, but they'll be running on contact. And you'd like their chances to drive them both in with a base hit. And that's in the hands of Alex Verdugo. Savali steps off the back of the rubber. Verdugo pinwheels his bat. Now steadies it up against his left shoulder. And the 2-2. And a called third strike. Fastball knee high. And the Braves strand runners at second and third. The Mully Grubs will continue with runners in scoring position. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. 1-0 Milwaukee.
For 30 years, Renewal by Andersen has been the MVP for replacement windows and doors. They're proud to celebrate their 30th anniversary this month, taking care of Florida homes like yours. And that's why they're celebrating you with Renewal by Andersen's 30-year anniversary sale. All month, buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Upgrade your home with 5X frames, custom made for a perfect fit, no gaps, no fading, and made right here in the USA. Book your free design consultation today at bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service. Number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
When you've been in a crash and your mind's racing.
When you've fallen in a store and are blaming yourself.
When you've been hurt at work and you don't know what to do.
Or if you've been the victim of a medical mistake, we've got you.
We've got what it takes to prove a case that the insurance companies can't ignore.
With decades of experience and a track record of winning for our clients.
Farah and Farah, Tampa.
A spring evening is the ideal time to invite some friends over, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and catch the NHL Finals. Because cross-checks on ice deserve exhilarating refreshment served ice-cold.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Guess who said the following?
Once I caught it, I didn't know Bryce made it around second. I thought he was halfway, and I just had to get it in before he got there. But I guess everybody was in the right spot, right time, and made the play to end it.
That's Michael Harris II. After his amazing leaping
pitch during the season on the radio home, the Atlanta Braves, 680 The Fan, and of course the Fan app.
Brewers 1, Braves 0, bottom of the fourth inning. A couple of times the Braves looked like they're right on the verge of striking versus Savali, and both times turned away. In fact, the Braves have already stranded 5 men in the first 4 innings of the game. Here's Rhys Hoskins, and he'll take a backdoor slider for a strike.
Yeah, I don't know what Alex Verdugo is looking for, but apparently it's not a fastball down the middle. The last 2 strikeouts have ended looking on very hittable fastballs.
0-1 to Hoskins. That'll miss high, and both times 2 men on base.
Yes. Yeah, the Braves, sometimes you're going to get crossed up and mixed up, but you got to put the ball in play with men on base. Something good's going to happen.
1-1 to Rhys Hoskins. Just inside 2-1. It's Hoskins, Cameron, and Frelick for the Brewers here in the bottom of the fourth inning. That's the middle 3 in Pat Murphy's order. Chris Sale brings his 2-1 pitch. Hoskins a 3/4 swing, fooled by the slider, and a 2-2 count. Hoskins struck out swinging in the first inning. "45 pitches for Sale, 32 strikes. I'll tell you another place he's been really good after this 2-2 pitch. Here it is. Hoskins, check swing, didn't go. This is the 13th batter that Sale has faced in this game. He's thrown a first pitch strike to 12 of 13. We're trailing 1-0 here in the bottom of the fourth inning. 3-2 to Hoskins, and a ground ball foul on the third base line. Fourth inning is the Tidal Wave Auto Spa inning. Tidal Wave Auto Spa is making Braves country clean car country all season long. And if the Braves score if they pitch a scoreless fourth inning today, Tidal Wave will offer half off the Best Wash membership tomorrow. Learn more at TidalWaveAutospa.com/Braves. Payoff to Hoskins. Got him. Jelly-legged him with that slider as he goes down looking.
That's nasty. Hoskins, he's very proud of his strike zone discipline. So a hitter like that, it's the perfect guy to throw that backdoor slider to, because he sees it as a ball out of the hand. And by the time he recognizes it's coming back over the plate, it's too late. And the only place you're walking to is back to the dugout.
Well, to his credit, it looks like it's a ball for about 57 feet.
Yeah, sure does.
And then makes a hard right turn. I don't know how he does that. Cameron swings and misses.
Yeah, that slider is the most valuable most valuable slider in the league. You know, he's been throwing it even more this year, and even more his past few starts. He's kind of canned the changeup in his last 2 starts, not even throwing it.
The one to Daz Cameron, misses high and outside.
He's only thrown one of those changeups in the last 4 starts. So he's thrown a couple sinkers tonight, but his last start he was just 4-seam slider. So 2-pitch pitcher for the most part right now for Chris Sale.
Cameron takes a called strike. Perfectly placed fastball in the outside corner.
When you mentioned those first pitch strikes, and when you only have 2 pitches to manage, the release points, the locations, it really simplifies things. And he's good enough with those 2 to dominate, obviously.
1-2 to the plate, and down goes Cameron. A slider on the outside corner, and he goes down looking at it. Second time Cameron has gone down looking in the game. And now 6 strikeouts for Chris Sale. 1-0 Brewers. Here's Sal Frelick. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. First pitch, a called strike on Frelick, who was in no position to hit. That was a changeup there.
He must have heard me talking. Got to put it in the scouting report.
He's like, I heard O'Day up there. I'll show him a changeup. 1-0, bouncer out to first base. Scooped back to the bag by Olsen, but a foul ball, says Emil Jimenez. Here's the first base umpire.
Frelick only had 1 hand on the bat that first called strike. I mean, I guess he assumed he was taking, but man, I've never seen a guy just take a hand off the bat.
Well, he took the hand off the bat, and the hand that was holding the bat looked like he was holding it right under the label. Like he was about to walk back to the dugout with it. I mean, it's hard enough to hit Sale when you got 2 hands on the bat and in a good position. Not easy for these lefties against Sale. Not easy for anybody against Sale. 1-1, a called strike. Right at the bottom of the zone with a slider. Sale with 3 straight strikeouts going back to last inning. 1-2 to Frelick, and he lunges and misses at a slider for strike 3. Down they go as Sale strikes out the side. He has 7 strikeouts through 4. Got to get this man some runs. We go to the top of the 5th inning, 1-0 Brewers.
My name is Patrick, and I'm the Military Outreach Manager at the Warrior Alliance. I served in the U.S. Army as an airborne ranger and deployed to several combat zones in support of the global war on...
For 30 years, Renewal by Andersen has been the MVP for replacement windows and doors. They're proud to celebrate their 30th anniversary this month, taking care of Florida homes like yours. And that's why they're celebrating you with Renewal by Andersen's 30-year anniversary sale. All month, buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Upgrade your home with 5X frames, custom made for a perfect fit, no gaps, no fading, and made right here in the USA. Book your free design consultation today at bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service. Number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
Rollovers, head-on collisions, hit and runs, you name it. We've litigated it.
And while insurance companies joke about the mayhem that occurs on roadways, we've seen the real effects. Lost lives, catastrophic injury, cars crushed like soda cans. And trust us, there's nothing funny about it.
If you've been in a crash, count on our experienced attorneys to seek full justice and all the money your case is worth.
For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah. Tampa.
A spring evening is the ideal time to invite some friends over, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and catch the NHL Finals. Because cross-checks on ice deserve exhilarating refreshment served ice-cold.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the Dew.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central.
Let's get it started.
Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns.
Perfect balance. What?
Interviews with the players.
Get back to the fastballs. I know what that passion feels like.
And a little bit.
Tomorrow is a clean inning car wash celebration day at Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Pitch all the way to Nick Allen. He'll swing and send one foul. Stop by and get half off the Best Wash membership for the first month. Braves country is clean car country thanks to Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Visit TidalWaveAutoSpa.com/Braves for more information. Allen 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. 0-1 with a fly ball to center field. Jackson Churio drifting back, looking up towards the roof. Makes a two-handed catch. One away here in the top of the 5th inning. Left-hander D.L. Hall is warming up for the Brewers.
It's a bit surprising to me. Savali's only at 72 pitches and hasn't given up a run yet.
Ronald Acuna swings and sends one foul. Well, we mentioned that he's making just his 5th start because he had the sore hamstring. And who knows what's flaring up with Savali. But yeah, it is a little bit curious. Acuna takes fastball away. Alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick. Ben Ingram here with you. Roof closed here in Milwaukee. 1-1 to Acuna. Taken for a strike. Cutter on the outside corner. The one Brewer run came in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Joey Ortiz led off that inning with a double. And then with 2 down, William Contreras on the first pitch of his trip to the plate singled up the middle. And that scored the run. 1-2 to Acuna, and he tags one to deep right field. Going back with urgency, Frelick to the wall. That ain't looking back. A home run the opposite way by Acuna up into the 2nd deck. And it's a 1-1 game in the 5th. 404 feet to right field by Ronald Acuna. They don't like his celebrations going around the base paths. He doesn't mind. He's unbothered and celebrates all the way to the dugout.
Man, nobody hits the ball harder the opposite field than Ronald. He knew he got it, right?
There's a lot to admire with that one. That was pretty. 1-1 game. Drake Baldwin fouls one back. That's the first homer of the night. Hit for the Braves, meaning you'll save at least $75 on a set of select tires at Tire Discounters tomorrow only, plus a free alignment, a free oil change. Stay tuned for the Hyundai Postgame Show to see how much you'll save tomorrow at Tire Discounters. Visit TireDiscounters.com/Braves to learn more. That was Ronald's 5th homer of the year. One to Baldwin. Called strike, good sinker. Came off of Acuna's bat at 107 miles an hour. Righty-lefty matchup. Savali fires, and Baldwin swings at a cutter that he wanted to hold back on. So he strikes out. 5th strikeout for Savali, and 2 down here in the 5th inning.
You know, Drake's obviously a great young hitter. That is a sequence he might not have seen before. A lot of fastballs moving every different direction and then tunneled perfectly with a high cutter. Tough to lay off there.
And now Riley tags one to deep right center field. That one takes flight and off the base of the wall. Riley into second base. He's got a double. A booming shot to right center field, split between Churio and Frelick, and to the base of the right center field wall. So some very loud contact. That was off Austin's bat at 104 miles an hour. And here comes Pat Murphy. And that will be it for Aaron Savali. He threw 80 pitches in the game, 51 strikes. And I guess they just didn't like the metrics of thinking about Savali the 3rd trip through the order. And it shows with the results that we've seen. Homer and a double. And the Brewers make the Pennington Grass Seed call to the bullpen. If you're looking to transform your lawn this year, just turn to Pennington Grass Seed, the official partner of the
For 30 years, Renewal by Andersen has been the MVP for replacement windows and doors. They're proud to celebrate their 30th anniversary this month, taking care of Florida homes like yours. And that's why they're celebrating you with Renewal by Andersen's 30-year anniversary sale. All month, buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Upgrade your home with Firex frames, custom made for a perfect fit, no gaps, no fading, and made right here in the USA. Book your free design consultation today at bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service. Number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
Here's what the car insurance companies may think they know after a car crash. They know you probably don't know what your claim is worth, or how to calculate pain and suffering, lost wages and future earnings, current and future medical expenses, or diminished value to your car. But guess what? We do. And if we don't win your case, you owe us nothing. For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah. Tampa.
A spring evening is the ideal time to invite some friends over, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and catch the NHL Finals. Because cross-checks on ice deserve exhilarating refreshment served ice-cold.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the Dew.
Top of the fifth here in Milwaukee. We've got a tie game 1-1 after a majestic Ronald Acuna opposite field home run. An Austin Riley double chases the starter Aaron Savali after 4 2/3 innings pitched. The first reliever in the game for the Brewers will be the 26-year-old left-hander D.L. Hall. He's only pitched in 3 games this season, and the last time he pitched was last Wednesday at Cincinnati when he made a start. 3 innings pitched, 2 walks, and 3 Ks. So working in relief here today.
He's a Georgia boy. He's from Valdosta. And now he's facing Matt Olson, left-on-left matchup. And Olson strikes one hard, deep center field. Churio gonna go back. Churio to the wall, and it's out of here. Matt Olson just drove one to the deepest part of the yard. It's a 2-run homer, and the Braves lead 3-1 here in the 5th inning. I mean, the first pitch he saw. And that thing put the ballpark in the rearview mirror in a heartbeat. That thing was way out of here.
And the whole time Churio was running back towards that, I was thinking about the 8-foot robbery wall.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have mattered if the wall was 18 feet. That ball was still getting over it. That was a poke.
Homer number 14 for Matt Olson. And the Braves with a 3-1 lead. And now Ozuna swings at the first pitch, pops one up, shallow center field. Second baseman Terang is under it, and he makes the catch. But the Braves with 2 home runs here in the 5th inning. Needed them in the worst way. Acuna and Olson both go deep. The Braves score 3 times. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Braves 3, Brewers 1.
In baseball, there are plenty of things you can count on. A sea of foam fingers, kids lining up for autographs, catching the wave as it makes its way.
Your business depends on what's inside. Protect it from the top down. Florida's businesses trust one name for flat roofs, metal, and TPO. Call Collis. From repairs to full roof replacements, we cover it all. Office buildings, warehouses, retail centers. If it has a roof, call Collis. No door knocking, no storm chasing. Just expert roofing for businesses that need it done right. For Florida's commercial and flat roofs, there's only one call to make. Call Collis.
Let's be real. Homeschooling isn't easy. So how does Florida Virtual School help? With teachers that take the time to connect with you and your child. Electives that expand horizons. Career and technical education that opens a world of career paths. Advanced courses that help students get ahead. And world languages that build connections with other cultures. See the difference that homeschool support makes at flvs.net/homeschooltogether.
Running our small family business, 3 Farm Daughters in North Dakota, isn't easy. We get a lot of help from Amazon. They don't make our homegrown pastas, but they do handle all of our shipping and logistics, which makes a big difference.
Learn more about how Amazon supports small businesses at aboutamazon.com.
Is your power bill getting bigger and bigger? You need to replace your leaking windows and doors. Check out Renewal by Andersen's 30-year anniversary sale. Buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Go to bestwindowsflorida.com.
Accidents don't just happen between the hours of 9 to 5. That's why we make ourselves available to talk with you 24/7. For a Farah fight, day or night, you know who to call. Farah and Farah, Tampa.
On into the bottom of the 5th inning. And 7-8-9 coming up for the Brewers. Good to have Chris Sale out there with a 2-run lead. He goes to work on Caleb Durbin. And there's a ball inside of Durbin. Braves with 2 homers in the top of the inning as Acuna and Olsen both go deep. 1-0 to Durbin, almost hit him in the back foot with that fastball.
Yeah, this is a big inning. Chris Sale has something that's been elusive here for a while, which is a lead. And he's being very efficient through the first 4 with his pitches.
2-0 to Durbin. And no foul went off. A multiple run lead at that.
Yeah, just 56 pitches through 4. If you can have a quick inning here, that sets him up to go deep in the game. And also, this Brewers offense has been struggling to score runs, as evidenced by only plating 4 in their last series against the Padres. If you can keep a good offense down, you're going somewhere here in this game.
Sale's 2-1 pitch. Durbin pops one up, foul territory. A trio of Braves coming over. Baldwin leading the attack. And he's out of room. That bounces off the top of the dugout and off into the stands. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Braves Radio Network.
Never miss a pitch of the Braves.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan, and streaming free on the Fan app.
Braves 3, Brewers 1. Bottom of the 5th inning as Caleb Durbin leads off for Milwaukee. Durbin is out of Washington University in St. Louis, and he was originally drafted by the Braves. Braves took him in the 14th round of the 2021 draft and then traded him to the Yankees. 2-2, low and outside. Braves got Lucas Litke in that deal, the reliever. And then Caleb Durbin was traded from the Yankees to the Brewers in the deal that sent Devin Williams to the Bronx. And now here he is playing for Milwaukee. 3-2 from Sale. On a fly ball towards right center field. Harris looking up. He's under it. And this lazy fly ball will be caught in right center. 1 out here in the 5th inning. Did you know that the original Louisiana brand hot sauce is the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves? And it's made with peppers, vinegar, and salt in the perfect balance to make the food you're eating taste better. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some. Joey Ortiz, the batter, takes a first pitch slider for a strike. 3 runs on 6 hits for the Braves. 1 run on 4 hits for the Brewers. Ortiz with a double earlier. Sends one foul here. Change up again that time. So just kind of peppering it in here and there.
Yeah, it was such a good pitch for him last season. It was a new grip to him last year, and I felt like that pitch took him to a whole new level. But more comfortable with the fastball slider mix.
0-2, fouled off into the seats down the first base line.
Last at bat, Ortiz caught up to a fastball and shot it down the right field line for a double. So that changeup is a nice contrast. So Sale followed up that changeup with the high fastball, trying to sneak one by him.
Two. Popped up, foul ground. Under it now, Matt Olson in between the sidewall and the foul line. Makes the catch on the warning track. And 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Could it be, with that changeup, that he didn't like the results of it, thought, okay, I want to put that on the shelf, but I want to work on it in between a few starts, see if I can tinker with it, and then kind of lightly bring it back in. Could that be the case with that pitch?
Yeah, the early season stats on the changeup weren't great. He started out a very slow start for Chris Sale, especially the standard he has set with his last season.
Bryce Terang receives a ball inside.
But there's a lot of talk of his arm angle changing, lowering this year, just 8 degrees, the lowest for any starter in Major League. So I think what happened is the action on the changeup changed with the drop in arm angle.
1-0 pitch fouled off.
And as you said, he's probably working on it his 4 days in between starts and trying to figure out the way he was throwing it. I talked to him about it last year. He's throwing it from a different side of the ball, the outside of the ball. So the way that changeup breaks is by the orientation of the seams. So you change the arm angle, the seams change.
1-1 to Terang, fouled back 1-2.
So it's we're getting into the weeds here, but it's a seam shifted changeup, and the way the seams interact with the air, it creates low pressure and causes that ball to move. So when you change the way the seams are orientated with the arm angle, the movement's going to change.
That makes sense. Ready with his 1-2 pitch and a ball outside. So and we see a pitcher lay off of a pitch for a start or two, and sometimes say, well, I guess he's just put that in the bag. Not always the case. He might just want to take it to the lab.
Exactly.
And that's exactly what he might have been doing with that changeup. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Bryce Terang. And he missed up and in with a slider.
And he has such excellent command with his slider that he can use it like a changeup sometimes to righties.
Sale's 3-2 pitch, and he just missed outside with a slider. That's surprising. Struck out Terang back in the third inning. Left-handed hitter. And he's aboard here. 2-out walk. First walk allowed by Sale. Braves 3, Brewers 1, bottom of the 5th. Jackson Chourio, one of the more feared hitters in their lineup. 10 home runs this season. Pitch to Chourio, pulled foul right outside the bag at third. Chourio, a rising star here in Milwaukee. He's just 21 years old, and he's playing in the second year of an 8-year contract. They recognize how special of a player he is and locked him up. Made some history last year as a 20-year-old. No balls and a strike on Chourio. 0-1 from Sale. And a ball low. How about this? Last season, Jackson Chourio joined Beta Pinson in 1959 and Mike Trout from 2012 as the only players in Major League history to record 20 homers and 20 stolen bases in their age 20 seasons. So good, so young. 1-1, hit down the right field line, slicing foul.
Yeah, Chourio can do it all. He really doesn't have a weak spot in his game. He was the consensus #1 prospect in baseball for a while. And he's making good on that promise very quickly here in the Major League level.
Chourio from Venezuela. Not the only talented ball player in his family. 1-2 from Sale, and that time Chris solved him. Fastball 96 up and away, and Chourio goes down swinging. Strikeout number 8 for Chris Sale. He works around the 2-out walk. We advance to the top of the 6th inning. Braves 3, Brewers 1.
Braves fans, this is Mike Morgan, founder and CEO of 13 Heroes. Like you, I was devastated when tragedy struck in 2021, killing 13 U.S.
For 30 years, Renewal by Andersen has been the MVP for replacement windows and doors. They're proud to celebrate their 30th anniversary this month, taking care of Florida homes like yours. And that's why they're celebrating you with Renewal by Andersen's 30-year anniversary sale. All month, buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Upgrade your home with Firex frames, custom made for a perfect fit, no gaps, no fading, and made right here in the USA. Book your free design consultation today at bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service. Number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
How do we respond to lowball offers from insurance companies?
With relentless litigation. For the justice you're entitled to after an accident, you know who to call.
Make it a FARA fight. Fair and FARA.
Tampa.
A spring evening is the ideal time to invite some friends over, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and catch the NHL Finals. Because cross-checks on ice deserve exhilarating refreshment served ice-cold.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the Dew.
America's favorite tea, the Lipton tea you love, now with 5% alcohol. Lipton Hard Iced Tea. And now Lipton Hard Iced Tea wants to send you on a summer getaway and hook you up with weekly prizing. Enter the win at Walmart, Winn-Dixie, Total Wine, and ABC Liquors to find your keyword and click here to enter. Brought to you by Lipton Hard Iced Tea, America's favorite tea.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Apo Taco. Do you know what it means?
Ball got loose down the left field line, and Mike Muchlinski making sure that D.L. Hall didn't fire a pitch here in the 6th inning until they cleared that out of the way. It's the Georgia Lottery home run jackpot inning. First pitch on the way to Michael Harris, fouled off. And if the Braves homer here in the top of the 6th inning, our contestant Lois Mitchell in Austell, Georgia, won $1,450. And if you'd like to enter for your chance to win at least $1,000 from the Georgia Lottery, visit 680thefan.com/GA Lottery. That'll be fouled off. Georgia Lottery, today could be the day. Best of luck to Lois Mitchell. 0-2. Harris takes ball low and outside. Mention that D.L. Hall is from Valdosta. Started his high school career in Warder Robins, and then finished in Valdosta. 1-2, a swing and a miss. Got him on a fastball. Dayton Lane Hall. He was the 21st overall pick of the Orioles in 2017.
I remember that. I was there when they picked him. And it was a widely panned pick for a 6'1" lefty out of high school.
As the Albies takes the ball high.
But, you know, he's in the major leagues.
Mm-hmm. Pitch from Hall. Hot shot through the left side. Base hit by Ozzie Albies. Into left field, just to the left of the third baseman, Caleb Durbin, and bouncing across the grass. 1-out single. Finishing that thought, it was D.L. Hall and Joey Ortiz who were traded by the Orioles to the Brewers for Corbin Burns. That was a deadline deal. No, I'm sorry. That was an off-season deal right before the season started in 2024. Here's Eli White on the pinch hit for Alex Verdugo with the lefty out there. Verdugo finished his day 0 for 2 with 2 looking strikeouts. Eli White swings and misses at a fastball.
Yeah, I'm guessing D.L. Hall's going to be out here for a minute. He's 2 out of his 3 appearances this season have been starts. It's a 4-seam slider, changeup, and occasional cutter. He's got a couple other pitches and a curve and a sinker, rarely thrown.
Just outside with a change.
But the pitch he goes to for strikeouts is that 4-seam fastball, like the pitch he got Michael Harris to swing through at the top of the zone.
Lead at first for Albies. 1-1 pitch hit well out to left field. Daz Cameron ranging back, makes a chest-high catch in deep left. Two down for Nick Allen. Braves leading 3-1 as we're in the top of the 6th inning. No finals yet around the big leagues tonight. This is one of 7 games on the docket this evening. There's a called strike. Phillies and Cubs tied up at 2 going to the bottom of the 9th inning. That'll be a big series. Here comes the 0-1 pitch on the way to Nick Allen and a ball outside. Pirates have a 6-2 lead on the Marlins. That game's at the bottom of the 6th. Reds 6, Guardians 4. That's in the top of the 9th in Cleveland. And the Blue Jays are leading the Cardinals 2-0 in the 6th inning in St. Louis. 1-1 popped up on the infield. Foul ground. William Contreras drifting over by the Braves dugout next to the on-deck circle makes the catch. And there's the 3rd out. Those scores delivered to you by Saya LTL Freight, the official freight carrier of the Atlanta Braves. Into the bottom of the 6th inning, 3-1 Braves.
For 30 years, Renewal by Andersen has been the MVP for replacement windows and doors. They're proud to celebrate their 30th anniversary this month, taking care of Florida homes like yours. And that's why they're celebrating you with Renewal by Andersen's 30-year anniversary sale. All month, buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Upgrade your home with Firex frames, custom made for a perfect fit, no gaps, no fading, and made right here in the USA. Book your free design consultation today at bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service. Number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it before it disappears. Tampa.
A spring evening is the ideal time to invite some friends over, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and catch the NHL Finals. Because cross-checks on ice deserve exhilarating refreshment served ice-cold.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the Dew.
You can usually be found collaborating with your teammates, Gemini, by going over game strategies and pitch selections before games. But lately, you're feeling more...
The official hotel partner of your Atlanta Braves, Omni Hotel at the Battery Atlanta, is more than just a stay. We're your clubhouse, where everyone knows your name. Book your stay at omnihotels.com/Battery Atlanta.
Hey everybody, Buck Bellew here. When the Braves don't play at 7, join me for the new Buck Bellew Show here on The Fan, 680 and 93.7, home of the Braves.
Braves 3, Brewers 1 here in Milwaukee. That'll be 2, 3, and 4 coming up for Milwaukee. That'll be Contreras, Yelich, and Hoskins. Also, Eli White stays in the game and goes to left field as he just pinch hit for Alex Verdugo. And oh, by the way, the Bratwurst won the sausage race in between innings. Here's William Contreras. And he takes a ball inside. Who are you pulling for?
Yeah, I think that was Carl Lewis inside the Bratwurst, man. He was moving. It's the best sausage race I've ever seen.
Here's a 1-0 pitch. And he just edged out the chorizo, didn't he? and which he has a disadvantage with the sombrero hat.
Slows him down.
Really slows him down. Not very aerodynamic in that chorizo costume. 2-0 to Contreras. There's a called strike. Are you going to dive into the chicken tenders here in Milwaukee? Because folks have been reaching out on social media wondering where your chicken tender rating has been lately.
I've been slacking. I'm gonna play it safe here in Wisconsin this year as opposed to what I did last year.
2-1 pitch in for a strike. This place got the best of you last year.
It did, yeah. I spent the last 2 games of the series harping on the state's food and how much it didn't agree with me. Maybe some poor life decisions by me, but yeah, I'll dive into the tendies tomorrow.
There's a 2-2 pitch, and he strikes out Contreras with heat. Fastball away, and he went after it, caught nothing but the breeze. 1 down here in the 6th inning. Yeah, last year you dove in head first, and I think you spent as much time in the men's room as you did in the chair you're currently sitting in.
You know, when you go somewhere, you like to try some of the local fare. There's a big Bavarian culture here in Milwaukee.
Christian Yelich swings and misses. That was tipped into the mid 0-1.
Yeah, I went to a local establishment, Mater's, which is, a long-time restaurant, famous restaurant here, and yeah, it didn't turn out well.
You got the Bavarian body slam last year is what you got. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That'll be sent foul.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'll try the tendies tomorrow. I'm excited.
That's a good play. 0-2 on Christian Yelich. He's 1 for 2 with a single, as well as a strikeout. Time called by Yelich. Also, something else we do at these various ballparks, we'll shoot the distance from our booth to the plate, see how far we are with our vantage point here in Milwaukee. 0-2 to Yelich. Take a hike. Check swing, couldn't hold back on that fastball. 97. That was crackling across the zone.
Yeah, so what we're seeing here is a in-game adjustment by Drake and Chris Sale. He's been rocking them like babies with that slider.
Yeah.
So Bryce Terang took that very unexpected walk because he was expecting a slider. So Chris says, all right, here comes the heater. Last 3 strikeouts all coming by the way of that fastball.
He has 10 strikeouts for the game. There's a ball inside. So another double-digit strikeout total for Chris Sale. 1-0 on Rhys Hoskins. 1-0 from Sale. Ball inside. Yeah, from our booth, not a bad distance at all. Good vantage point. 53 yards to the plate. That's one of the closer booths at 53 yards. Here's the 2-0 pitch on the way to Rhys Hoskins. Called strike of the slider over. Hoskins 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. 2-1 pitch. Waits on a slider. Sends one foul into the seats down the right field line. Chris Sale struck out the side in the 4th inning. Looking to do the same right here. The 2-2 pitch. Line foul into the screen down the left field line. The 10 strikeouts for Sale this evening. The 4th time this season he's reached 10. He's not reached 11 this year, so one more and that'd be a season best for him. Leading 3-1, bottom of the 6th inning. 2-2 to Hoskins. Never had a shot. Swung and missed at a slider. Spikes his bat. Spikes his helmet. I like that bat spike after the strikeout way more than I like that one in the NLDS a few years ago against the Braves. They go down in order. We go to the top of the 7th.
For 30 years, Renewal by Andersen has been the MVP for replacement windows and doors. They're proud to celebrate their 30th anniversary this month, taking care of Florida homes like yours. And that's why they're celebrating you with Renewal by Andersen's 30-year anniversary sale. All month, buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Upgrade your home with Firex frames, custom made for a perfect fit, no gaps, no fading, and made right here in the USA. Book your free design consultation today at bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service. Number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
How do we respond to lowball offers from insurance companies?
With relentless litigation. For the justice you're entitled to after an accident, you know who to call.
Make it a FARA fight. Fair and FARA.
Tampa. If you've been in a big truck accident, you need a lawyer that specializes in big trucks. A lawyer who knows all the federal traffic rules that can affect your case.
And who can navigate the complex web of laws dealing with the trucking company, the leasing company, the shipper, and all the other details that can complicate your case.
At FARA and FARA, we've seen it all, and we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Tampa.
In communities across the country, hourly Amazon employees earn an average of over $22 an hour, with opportunities to grow their career and their paycheck. Learn more at aboutamazon.com.
That's yanmartractor.com.
We want to send you to see a game at Truist Park. Listen for your chance to win a pair of tickets weekday afternoons during our 4 o'clock hour on Chuck and Chernoff on 680 The Fan.
Braves 3, Brewers 1 into the top of the 7th inning. Ronald Acuna leads off. His last at bat resulted in a home run, and he swings and grounds one out to short. Charging and scooping Joey Ortiz. Fires low. Close play, but they got him. Bounced the throw, but snagged by Rhys Hoskins. And Acuna retired on the ground out. Napa is a proud partner of your Atlanta Braves. With America's largest network of parts and care, Napa has all the bases covered when it comes to your ride. One out for Drake Baldwin. Baldwin takes ball up and in. You just know that something big's going to happen for Baldwin. Getting to play in his home state as a big leaguer for the first time. Baldwin takes a ball high. He had lots of his buddies down on the field before the game during BP. Lots of family members here. 2-1 over for a called strike, 2-1. Think about the thrill that must be to come back and play a major league game with so many friends and family members here. There's the 2-1 pitch, big swing and a miss. But at the same time, there might be a point where you have to remind yourself, hey, I got to go to work here.
Yeah, that's a lesson I learned early in my career is that, your friends are on vacation, but you're at work. You got to remember that.
2-2 pitch. And Baldwin takes one outside.
They come in town. They want to go out and party, and Howl at the moon. If you're going to hoot with the Owls, you got to soar at the Eagles, Ben.
3-2 pitch. That'll be fouled back. See, that's a lesson I never figured out. I like the Owls too much.
That's one of my pitching coaches used to say to me, "Oh, Dave, if you're going to hoot with the Owls, you better soar with the Eagles."
3-2 to Baldwin. And he takes ball 4 low. 1 out walk. Drake's on for the first time.
Although just knowing Drake very casually, he seems much more responsible than either of us. So he's got a better head on his shoulders than we did.
It wouldn't have taken much.
Yeah.
Bad in the hands of Austin Riley. He really thumped one hard back in the 5th inning, a double off the wall. And he'll take a cutter for a called strike. 3 runs on 7 hits for the Braves, including 2 homers. Solo shot by Acuna, 2-run shot by Olsen. And then for the Brewers, 1 run on 4 hits. 0-1 to Riley. Out offer by the Brewers dugout. Hall came on in the 5th inning, relieved the starter Aaron Savali. Savali went 4 2/3, giving up 2 runs, 2 earned on 5 hits, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts. Meanwhile, Chris Sale has been out there the entire way for the Braves and has 11 strikeouts in the game, a season best. 0-2 fouled off into the second deck down the right field line. The 0-2. Riley lifts one towards foul territory down the first baseline. Hoskins over with room and makes the catch by the railing. 2 down in the 7th inning. That'll bring Matt Olson up to the plate. Olson belted a 2-run homer to straightaway center in the 5th inning. And that gave the Braves the lead. His home run traveled 417 feet back in the 5th inning. Looking back on it, that's the Truist play of the game, brought to you by Truist. When you work with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. Leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC. And oh, by the way, the homer that he hit was on the very first pitch delivered in relief of D.L. Hall. I'd imagine he wants to stay away from the zone here. And he does. Low and inside. It gets through Contreras down to second base. Feet first slide. And in at second base is Baldwin. Went low and away with a cutter. That'll be a pass ball as Contreras got leather on it, but it leaked through him. Now base hit means a run. Runner at second, 2 down. Drake Baldwin takes his lead. Matt Olson steadies the stick, staring down Hall. 1-0 pitch and a ground ball fouled on the right field line. Olson's average at .238, and that homer that he belted in the 5th inning is 14th of the year. RBI's 38 and 39. That could be RBI number 40 down at second base at Drake Baldwin. Left on left matchup. 1-1 to Olson. Swung on at a big chopper to second. Glove by Terang. Throws to first base. And there's out number 3. So the Braves strand a runner at third base. Time now for the 7th inning stretch, brought to you by 13 Heroes, a premium line of spirits founded to honor the lives of the 13 service members killed in Afghanistan in 2021. Help turn tragedy into legacy by visiting 13heroes.com today. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's a 3-1 lead for the Braves.
Ever feel like the road is out to... Thankfully, Hyundai is always working to ensure it doesn't, with over 130 IIHS Top Safety Awards since 2006. IIHS Top Safety Awards include Top Safety Pick and Top Safety Pick Plus awards to Hyundai vehicles from 2006 to 2025.
Lease a Hyundai Tucson for $259 a month, or get 3.99% APR for 72 months, or $1,750 bonus cash. Hyundai is a proud partner of the Atlanta Braves. Offers end July 7th. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
When you need a lawyer after an auto accident, don't just choose any legal team. Make the right call with Ken Nugent. Ken is based in Georgia. Other big-name legal teams aren't even from this area. Strike one. Ken gets you your money quick. while other legal teams waste your time. Strike 2. Ken and his team are with you from start to finish. Other legal teams pass you off to a secondary team. Strike 3. 3 strikes. Those other legal teams are out. One call to Ken. That's all you need. 404-CALL-KEN.
One call, that's all.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro's swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There he is, your new champion.
When you team up with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
There are 444 winners through July 1st, so what are you waiting for? Hurry and play Cash for today to instantly win an extra $444, only from the Georgia Lottery.
Hey, Braves fans, don't get tricked into following the baseball season or the Atlanta sports scene anywhere else. Listen to me, Chris Domino, and Nick Cellini weekdays from 10 to 2 on 680 The Fan.
Braves on top 3-1 here in Milwaukee, and the Brewers will send up Cameron, Frelick, and Durbin versus the lefty Sale, who's been a demon on the mound tonight. 11 strikeouts. His first pitch to Cameron is a ball low and inside. Sale with 4 strikeouts in a row going back to the last 2 innings. That goes back to the final out of the 5th inning. Twice he has struck out 4 in a row in this game. Also happened in the 3rd and 4th innings. 1-0 pitch. Missed the inside corner with a fastball. And I want to hear you talk a little bit more about the in-game adjustment that he and Baldwin have made midway through this game. It's been very impressive.
Yeah, we all know how good that Chris Sale slider is, and these Brewers have been seeing a lot of it.
2-0, little flare into center field, then a lay down for a base hit for Cameron. Turned around a fastball. Meanwhile, Raisel Iglesias is throwing in the Braves bullpen.
And you know, these Brewers hitters see this slider a lot, and they realize that they're going to have a hard time hitting it, especially if he's starting it as a strike and it's breaking out to a ball. So about halfway through the game, they decided, all right, we're not going to swing as much later in the count because we're expecting the slider. So Chris and Drake Baldwin recognized that, switched to the fastball, produced a bunch of strikeouts in there.
Left on left versus Frelick. And a ground ball out to second. Ozzie to Allen, and Allen holds. They get the force out of Daz Cameron. 1 out here in the inning on the 4-6 putout. Frelick down to first base. Here's Caleb Durbin.
And that's what pitching at this level is making adjustments there, realizing how these hitters are adjusting to you. Hey, they're sitting slider with 2 strikes. Well, let's sneak a fastball by them, right? If you're sitting on that mid-80 slider and you get 97, you're going to have a hard time speeding it up.
Caleb Durbin, 0 for 2, pop out and a fly out. First pitch he sees. He swings at the first pitch. And a little pop-up, shallow right. Coming in, Ronald Acuna. Camps out, makes the catch. And 2 down. These Brewers hitters made up their mind. We're not going to strike out anymore. They're swinging at the first pitch and some weak contact.
And they're doing Chris Sale a favor. 95 pitches. The only issue with having 11 strikeouts, it does cost you a lot of pitches. You know, with the state of the Braves bullpen right now, the Braves would love to keep Chris in this game as long as they possibly can.
Yeah, if he has a quick bottom of the 7th, you'd say, okay, go back out for the 8th.
Yeah.
Because Chris Sale at 100 pitches, you probably trust that more than anybody might bring in with a fresh arm out of the bullpen. Joey Ortiz is 1 for 2 with a double and a run scored. Right-handed hitter. First pitch from Sale. He comes at him with a fastball for a strike. Braves leading 3-1 in the bottom of the 7th inning. All 3 Braves runs came in the 5th inning. Solo homer by Acuna, 2-run homer by Olsen. This will be Sale's 97th pitch of the game. 0-1 to Ortiz. Fouled back 0-2. The 11 strikeouts by Sale, already his season high. And he's 1 strike away from strikeout number 12. Ortiz, one of 2 men not to strike out tonight in the Brewers' order. The other is Caleb Durbin. Sale way ahead, 0-2. 0-2 pitch. Sent foul over the Brewers' dugout.
Brewers have had a couple chances where I thought they might have tried to steal a base here. This is one of them, but Drake Baldwin with that caught stealing in the first inning of Jackson Churio, it might have put a little doubt in the back of their minds.
0-2 to Ortiz. And a fly ball to left field. Eli White in line with it. No problem. He's got it. And there's the third out. So a leadoff single. Nothing beyond that. 99 pitches for Sale. 7 brilliant innings. And we'll see if he has anything left the rest of the way. We go to the top of the 8th inning.
For 30 years, Renewal by Andersen has been the MVP for replacement windows and doors. They're proud to celebrate their 30th anniversary this month, taking care of Florida homes like yours. And that's why they're celebrating you with Renewal by Andersen's 30-year anniversary sale. All month, buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Upgrade your home with Firex frames, custom made for a perfect fit, no gaps, no fading, and made right here in the USA. Book your free design consultation today at bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service. Number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you need a lawyer that specializes in big trucks. A lawyer who knows all the federal traffic rules that can affect your case.
And who can navigate the complex web of laws dealing with the trucking company, the leasing company, the shipper, and all the other details that can complicate your case.
At Farah & Farah, we've seen it all, and we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Tampa.
A spring evening is the ideal time to invite some friends over, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and catch the NHL Finals. Because cross-checks on ice deserve exhilarating refreshment served ice-cold.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the Dew.
Running our small family business, Three Farm Daughters in North Dakota, isn't easy. We get a lot of help from Amazon. They don't make our homegrown pastas, but they do handle all of our shipping and logistics, which makes a big difference.
Learn more about how Amazon supports small businesses at aboutamazon.com.
With the Braves on top 3-1 here in Milwaukee, we go to the top of the 8th inning. It'll be Marcell Ozuna, Michael Harris, and Ozzie Albies on the mound. And it's still the left-hander DL Hall on the mound for the Brewers. Ozuna's been on base twice, a single and a hit by pitch. And he'll take a first pitch strike. Did you know the all-time hot sauce leader in RBIs is the original Louisiana brand hot sauce? The original Louisiana brand hot sauce, like a double play for your mouth. That's Louisiana hot. Buy you some. Ozuna takes a called strike. 0-2 on him. You noticed something in between innings out of the bullpen as you had a close eye out there.
I always got my nose in the bullpen down there.
0-2 is low.
I like to think along with these managers. Like DL Hall will probably face Michael Harris, and then the righty will come in to turn Ozzie around to the weaker left-handed batting side. But for the Braves, yeah, Iglesias warming last inning. It looked like bullpen coach Eric Abreu told him to sit down.
1-2 to Ozuna is low.
So that, to me, indicates that Chris Sale might be coming back out for next inning, and Rysel will have to warm up as Chris Sale pitches the inning.
Sale at 99 pitches. And he has 9, 1, and 2 due up in the bottom of the 8th inning, starting with a left-handed batter. 2-2, and he missed a little bit high with a slider. (3-1) Braves, top of the 8th. 3-2 to Ozuna. And he booms one into the air to deep center field. Churio is under it, makes the catch in straightaway center. One out of the 8th. Well, it really is interesting. You get late in these games. If the Braves had won 6, 7, 8 in a row, you'd say, okay, just keep on rolling. Whoever's ready to go, we'll throw them in there. I'm sure it'll be all right. Pitch on the way to Michael Harris, and he'll foul one back. But on the flip side of that, when you've lost 7 in a row, I mean, you're managing this thing, and you're playing this game like it's the 7th game of the World Series.
Yeah, you kind of have to. And we talked about the mental toll that all those walk-off losses and soul-crushing losses have had on this Braves bullpen.
Roll one to Harris, fouled back.
And that snowball keeps rolling down the hill. You put more pressure on yourself to perform, and you'd love to see the Braves get 1 or 2 more runs here to give that bullpen a little bit more of a cushion when they do end up coming in this game.
Got to find a way to do anything you can to find your way back into the win column. 2 to Harris, and a ground ball to second. On the other end, Bryce Terang. He'll throw it to first base for the out. And 2 down, because if you could snap the losing skid, just 1 win, but you'll sleep better. Breakfast will taste better tomorrow. Everybody will be in a better mood during BP tomorrow.
Yeah.
1 win can go a long way. Two outs here in the 8th inning. 3-1 Braves. Here's Ozzie Albies. Ozzie swings and misses.
So there you go. I was wrong about the bullpen strategy, and I'm wrong very often. But probably because DL Hall did get 2 quick outs. You know, Pat Murphy's okay with him facing Ozzie from Ozzie's stronger side.
There's a line shot, and he's able to whistle one through the left side just out of the reach of Joey Ortiz at short. And he should have listened to you. Braves will take it. 2-out single.
And now you've got 3 righties in a row coming up for the Braves.
And here comes Pat Murphy. He might be thinking, I waited 1 batter too long. He's walking out there to the mound. And he'll make the Pennington Grass Seed call to the bullpen. If you're looking to transform your lawn this year, turn to Pennington Grass Seed, the official partner of the Atlanta Braves grounds crew. Pennington Grass Seed, rooted in Braves country. We're in the top of the 8th inning. By the way, that base hit for Ozzie Albies, the 1,000th of his career. Brewers make the change. Braves have a 3-1 lead here in the 8th.
Attention Braves fans, we have a major announcement. Tire Discounters is back as the tire retailer partner of the Braves. Here's their snazzy jingle. Sorry to interrupt, but all of us at Tire Discounters are really excited because every time the Braves hit a homer, we're giving all the fans a great deal. Cash off on select tires and free alignments.
For 30 years, Renewal by Andersen has been the MVP for replacement windows and doors. They're proud to celebrate their 30th anniversary this month, taking care of Florida homes like yours. And that's why they're celebrating you with Renewal by Andersen's 30-year anniversary sale. All month, buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Upgrade your home with Firex frames, custom made for a perfect fit, no gaps, no fading, and made right here in the USA. Book your free design consultation today at bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service. Number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you need a lawyer that specializes in big trucks. A lawyer who knows all the federal traffic rules that can affect your case.
And who can navigate the complex web of laws dealing with the trucking company, the leasing company, the shipper, and all the other details that can complicate your case.
At Farah & Farah, we've seen it all, and we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Tampa.
A spring evening is the ideal time to invite some friends over, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and catch the NHL Finals. Because cross-checks on ice deserve exhilarating refreshment served ice-cold.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the Dew.
Granted, each of the last 12 inherited runners he's gotten, and he does have one out at first base in Ozzie Albies. Last pitched Friday versus San Diego.
I could go for a little bit more breathing room. How about you?
Absolutely.
Braves have a 3-1 lead. Here's the first pitch on the way to Eli White from Grant Anderson. And he'll swing and miss. But when you've lost 7 in a row and are 10 games under 500, you can't get enough breathing room. Braves have gone 10-23 on the road this year. 0-1 is outside, 1-1. Unfortunately, the Brewers not a team out of the National League West after that series in San Francisco. The Braves now 6-19 against teams from the NL West. 1-1 pitch. Missed outside with a sweeper.
I mentioned Grant Anderson, low arm slot righty, side armor. Popping the mid at 93 miles an hour. Some really impressive velocity from that arm slot.
Two one outside. Had Contreras lunging to his right to keep it from going to the backstop. 3-1.
Ben, it seems like every team we face now has a side arming righty. We're taking over, buddy.
They all grew up watching Darren O'Day.
You notice his number?
Is he 56? Is it called strike? Are you his inspiration?
Maybe.
Because if so, he's desperate. 3-2 on Eli White. I know you sidearmers, you're kind of your own little group, and you've spoken with lots of guys who are playing in the league that are submarining pitchers, sidearm pitchers. Have you ever spoken with him?
I have not. He's one that I haven't had the chance to talk to.
As he goes, 3-1 pitch, fouled back. But it's such a unique skill set because, to me, I liken it to knuckleballers. Yeah. Where knuckleballers had to be their own pitching coach because what's a pitching coach going to go tell a knuckleballer?
Right.
And it might be the same for a submariner.
Yeah. Just lump all those gimmicks in together, Ben.
3-1 Braves are in the top of the 8th. Ozzie will be on the move. Let's see if Eli White can find a gap somewhere. There he goes. 3-2 pitch. And he swings, and it's one high in the air to deep left field. Going back now, Cameron. Cameron's at the wall. That is out of the ballpark. It's a 2-run homer by Eli White. And there's your breathing room right on cue here in the top of the 8th inning. Never mind the gap. He shot it over the gap. And Eli with the home run to make it 5-1 Braves in the top of the 8th.
Get that man some playing time. I mean, what a big hit. We talked about the state of the Braves bullpen. What a clutch situation, clutch hit for Eli White. Especially considering a tough righty sidearmer on the mound.
That is terrific. And high fives and pats on the back throughout the dugout for Eli White. 2 down for Nick Allen. He takes a ball outside. A 4-run lead. All the Braves' runs have come on home runs in this game. 1-0 pitch on the way to Allen. He'll hit one in the air to the right field. Sal Frelick going to go back right at the edge of the warning track and makes the catch for the final out. But Eli White making it count. Deep over the left field wall, a home run. Drives in 2 runs. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning with the Braves leading 5-1.
In baseball, there are plenty of things you can count on. A sea of foam fingers, kids lining up for autographs, catching the wave as it makes its way.
Just one bite of the deliciously comforting flavor of easy cooking Eckrich smoked sausage is enough to take you all the way home. It takes you back to Grandma's famous sausage casserole made in her favorite pan. Its naturally hardwood smoked taste sends you away to those summer days with Dad at the grill. Take a bite and see for yourself that home isn't just a place, it's a taste. And we think you'll like it here. Eckrich.
For 30 years, Renewal by Andersen has been the MVP for replacement windows and doors. They're proud to celebrate their 30th anniversary this month, taking care of Florida homes like yours. And that's why they're celebrating you with Renewal by Andersen's 30-year anniversary sale. All month, buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Upgrade your home with Firex frames, custom made for a perfect fit, no gaps, no fading, and made right here in the USA. Book your free design consultation today at bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service. Number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it before it disappears. Tampa. If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it before it disappears. Tampa.
Stream Braves baseball in crystal clear HD on the Fan app. Now with Apple CarPlay, so you can get it directly through your dashboard. Download the Fan app now.
Rolling into the bottom of the 8th inning, Braves 5, Brewers 1, and Chris Sale back out on the mound. They have the lefty Bryce Terang leading off here in the inning. Sale hasn't gone beyond 7 this year. And his first pitch in the 8th inning is a ball inside. And the question arises, how far does Sale go here in this inning? Got the lefty to lead off, but right after that, top of the order with Back-to-back righties in Cheerio and Contreras. 1-0 to Terang. Missed inside. 2 balls and no strikes on Terang. The only walk that Sale has given up tonight was to Terang back in the 5th inning. 2-0 pitch. And there is ball 3, oddly enough. This is the Yanmar strikeout, the side inning. And I'll get to all that in just a moment. Three-one from Sale. Fastball almost hit him. So it's a leadoff walk here in the bottom of the 8th inning, and here comes Brian Snitker, and that will be it for Sale at 103 pitches. But Sale was masterful tonight. 7 innings plus 1 batter in the 8th, and he will leave the game with a 4-run lead, a season-best 11 strikeouts for Sale. He turns the ball over to Brian Snitker, walks off the field, and the Braves fans down along that third base line rise to their feet and applaud the Braves ace.
Is your power bill getting bigger and bigger? You need to replace your leaking windows and doors. Check out Renewal by Anderson's 30-year anniversary sale. Buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Go to bestwindowsflorida.com.
Accidents don't just happen between the hours of 9 to 5. That's why we make ourselves available to talk with you 24/7. For a Farah fight, day or night, you know who to call. Farah and Farah, Tampa.
You can usually be found collaborating with your teammates, Gemini, by going over game strategies and pitch selections before games. But lately, you're feeling more open to honing your solo skills, such as working on your secondary pitches and control. Taking the time to focus on your personal craft will ultimately help you become a better teammate.
For you and sticks with you from start to finish. Working hard to get you your money quick. Give Ken and his team a call. 404-CALL-KEN.
One call, that's all.
Ken F.S. Nugent, PC, Attorneys at Law. 1355 Peachtree Street Northeast, Suite 1000, Atlanta, Georgia, 30309.
The Major League Baseball All-Star Game is coming to Truist Park July 11th through 15th. Find all the details at Braves.com/All-Star Game.
While the rest of the sports media focuses on making up hot takes while you work, we focus on the Braves and what matters to you. Cellini and Domino weekdays from 10 to 2 on 680 The Fan.
Braves 5, Brewers 1. Chris Sale cheered as he walked out the field after 7 excellent innings, 11 strikeouts. On to relieve him, 35-year-old right-hander Raisel Iglesias. Raisel has a bunch of numbers. We're going to forget about those because this is a new season for him. It's his first time pitching in a non-closer role. Didn't pitch in the San Francisco series.
First pitch to Jackson Cheerio is a called strike. Pretty big challenge for Iglesias given the first batter that he's facing. Jackson Cheerio 1 for 3 with a single and a dangerous hitter for sure. 0-1 pitch in for a strike. Fastball 94. Is there anything with Iglesias' stuff that you've seen where you'd say, you know what, just eliminate that pitch for now and stick with maybe just fastball changeup?
Yeah, the slider had some pretty gruesome numbers on it. A lot of home runs, a lot of slug on that pitch. It's usually a really nasty pitch to righties.
Right.
But he also has that really good changeup to go to.
0-2, and he gets a swing and a miss on a changeup right there. That's more like it. He strikes out Jackson Cheerio. 1 down in the inning.
And, great start here for Iglesias. And the numbers aren't great. That's why I didn't say him. And this is his first time pitching not in the closer's role. So hopefully a little change of scenery gets him going.
1 out for William Contreras. And Contreras with a pop-up right center field. Harris and Acuna coming over. And Acuna's there for the out, 2 down. No winner in the Yanmar strikeout the side inning. But if the Braves had struck out the side this inning, our contestant, Rich Ulrich, would have been the lucky winner of a brand new Yanmar UTV. Enter all season long at Braves.com/Yanmar for your chance to win a Yanmar UTV and to be entered for a grand prize drawing at the end of the season. Yanmar, built together, back longer. Here's Christian Yelich. Yelich takes a first pitch strike. That sinker looking pretty good.
Yeah, the location's on point so far for Raisel. Christian Yelich is a really smart hitter. And he's picking out one pitch he's looking for.
0-1 to Yelich. And a swing and a miss at a high fastball. And now suddenly Iglesias one good pitch from getting through the bottom of the 8th inning. He's only thrown 6 pitches. Modest lead at first by Terang. 0-2, missed high and outside. Braves leading 5-1. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. Runner at first, 2 down, a 1-2 count on Yelich. Here it comes, and down he goes. A changeup, fans Christian Yelich. Who was that guy on the mound? We haven't seen him since last year, and he's a sight for sore eyes. A great 8th inning by Iglesias. And down go the Brewers. We go to the 9th, 5-1 Braves.
Hey, Braves fans. Everyday injuries happen on and off.
For 30 years, Renewal by Andersen has been the MVP for replacement windows and doors. They're proud to celebrate their 30th anniversary this month, taking care of Florida homes like yours. And that's why they're celebrating you with Renewal by Andersen's 30-year anniversary sale. All month, buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Upgrade your home with 5X frames, custom made for a perfect fit, no gaps, no fading, and made right here in the USA. Book your free design consultation today at bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service. Number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it before it disappears. Tampa.
A spring evening is the ideal time to invite some friends over, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and catch the NHL Finals. Because cross-checks on ice deserve exhilarating refreshment served ice-cold.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the Dew.
Running our small family business, 3 Farm Daughters in North Dakota, isn't easy. We get a lot of help from Amazon. They don't make our homegrown pastas, but they do handle all of our shipping and logistics, which makes a big difference.
Learn more about how Amazon supports small businesses at aboutamazon.com.
Who could win a pair of Braves tickets? It happens during the 4 o'clock hour, weekday afternoons on 680 The Fan.
Into the top of the 9th, Braves 5, Brewers 1. Ronald Acuna on the mound, or actually at the plate, I should say. Grant Anderson back on the mound. There's a ball outside. We knew the Braves were desperate for some help late in games. I don't think they're going to go that far.
I bet you he'd have a pretty good fastball, Ben.
You know he'd be bringing it. Ball and no strikes on Acuna. The pitch on the way. There's a ball inside. Check swing. The appeal. Emilio Jimenez says no. All 5 Braves runs coming on 3 different homers. Solo shot by Acuna, 2-run shot by Olsen, 2-run shot by Eli White. 2-0 pitch. And Acuna takes a strike. $25,145 announced for the attendance on this Monday night at American Family Field. Acuna takes a ball outside. Now 3-1 on Ronald Acuna. Sent foul up into the upper deck. Ronald with the average at .305. That homer he hit back in the 5th inning is 5th of the season. 3-2 from Anderson. Up and in. Knocked him down on his chest. Sent Acuna down in the push-up position. And Acuna on one knee, taking off his elbow guard, shin guard, knee guard, and down to first base with a leadoff walk here in the 9th inning. Just missed his left arm. Acuna at first. Here's Drake Baldwin. Baldwin fouls one off. Up into the 3rd deck, down the 3rd baseline. Looking ahead to the bottom of the 9th inning, the Brewers will have up the middle 3. Hoskins, Cameron, and Freeland. 0-1 to Baldwin. And he hits one way up in the air to deep right. Frelick going to go to the wall, and that'll be caught by Cheerio, who's standing right next to Frelick. He just missed getting one out of here. Hit it to deep right center and just missed the homer.
That would have been a beautiful moment there with his family in attendance. Right before that pitch, I turned around to our ace producer, J. Chad, and called a home run.
You're feeling it.
I missed it by 5 feet.
I mean, he just missed it. He'll hit one this weekend. Or this week, I should say, for this series. Also, Riley swings and misses. I mean, you feel like when a guy comes back and plays in his home state, he has at least one huge game. I'll tell you what he did do in this game is something that you referenced earlier. There's the 0-1 pitch to Riley, and that'll miss high. Think about how things changed for the Brewers in terms of their strategy when Baldwin threw out Jackson Cheerio attempting to steal in the first inning. That throttled their game plan.
It sure did. And that's how you can change the game as a catcher.
1-1 misses. Because we mentioned the Brewers lead the National League in stolen bases. And that was a beautiful play by Baldwin to get Jackson Cheerio attempting to steal. He kind of put a bolt of fear in their minds at that point. Ball inside. Check swing didn't go.
Yeah, you cut down the first base runner, the first attempted base stealer of the game. Against Chris Sale, you're not going to get many base runners, and you can't be wasting outs against a guy like that. So you're right. Drake absolutely shut it down there.
3-1 to Riley, and he swings and misses at a fastball. Dylan Lee is warming up in the Braves bullpen. Three-2 to Riley. Hard hit ball up the middle. Base hit into center field. Down to second base for Ronald Acuna. Been a good night for Austin Riley. That's his third hit tonight. But he won't be in the headlines because he hasn't hit one of the home runs. Braves have gone deep 3 times.
Yeah, you mentioned lefty Dylan Lee warming up for the Braves, and I love that. You know, Raisel Iglesias has been struggling. And so that 8th inning, that was unbelievable. You know, 2 strikeouts, really quick, very efficient. Looked awesome. Let him go to sleep tonight feeling good. And building that confidence, bring him back up. At some point, Raisel will be the closer for this Braves team again because he's the man best equipped to do that job. You just got to get him feeling good about his game, and tonight is that first step in getting there.
The pitching coach for the Brewers is Chris Hook, and he's out there visiting with his pitcher, Anderson. Final line on Chris Sale tonight. 7 innings plus 1 batter, 1 run, 5 hits. 2 walks and a season-high 11 strikeouts tonight. And you, Darren O'Day, have got your hands full for a Home Depot player of the game.
Yeah, we've had some really nice performances here today from this Braves squad.
3 hits for Riley. Acuna with a homer and on base 3 times. Matt Olson, 2-run homer. Eli White with a huge homer. Ball low and outside. Then, of course, that performance by Chris.
It might not be orange bucket worthy, but the performance by Iglesias too.
Yeah.
Really good sign out of him.
One at Olsen. And that sweeper missed outside. Acuna at second, Riley at first, and a 2-0 count for Olsen. And a ground one foul on the first base line. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Every Atlanta Braves game live on the air and streaming free on the app.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan.
Make it 2-1 for Olsen. And the 2-1 way outside with a fastball. With what the Braves have been through for the last few weeks, they can't score enough runs. They'd love another crooked number up there for the top of the 9th inning. Leading 5-1. 3-1 pitch. He swings and misses at a fastball. Looked like Anderson got away with one right there.
Sure did. My guess was that visit from Chris Hook, the pitching coach, was, hey, you got a righty on deck, not running well. Let's be careful with Olsen here. And he just grooved one right down the middle. Do it again, you're getting a new ball.
Here's his 3-2. And that's high and away for ball 4. That'll load the bases for Marcell Ozuna. Inning is going to walk, fly out, single, walk.
Anderson being the side-arming righty, he does have some pretty drastic splits against lefties and righties. Handles righties much better. So Brewers wanted to be careful with Matt there, and he issued the intentional walk. And now they're going to take their chances with the Big Bear.
And he bats with 1 down, bases loaded. First pitch to Ozuna, low and outside. Got him loaded. Everybody remembers what happened in that 9th inning versus the Diamondbacks on the last homestand. Score every run you can get. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way to Ozuna. And he'll swing and pound one up the middle to base it in center. Acuna's going to score. Right behind him comes Austin Riley. He slides across feet first. 2 RBI single by Ozuna. And it's 7-1 Braves in the 9th. Second hit of the night for Marcell Ozuna. RBIs 29 and 30, and feeling good, leading 7-1 in the 9th.
Yeah, what a fun game to watch. Braves exercising some demons. Nice hit there with the runner in scoring position. Last series against the Giants, just 3 for 22. Had some chances, just couldn't cash them in. A little bit different here today against Milwaukee.
There's a called strike on Michael Harris. And if you're looking for one statistic to turn things around for the Braves, you just said it right there. What you do with runners in scoring position. And Harris with a pop-up, shallow right. Terang out, Frelick in. This is Terang's ball. They don't make the catch. Runners hold at first and third. And that'll bring Ozzie Albies to the plate. He's the 7th Brave to the plate here in the top of the 9th. Ozzie with a 2-hit night, and his last hit, a single in the 8th inning, was career hit number 1,000. And if he finds number 1,001 right here, driving a run. Ozuna at first, Olsen at third. And Albies swings and misses at a fastball. One pitch, and had him backing out of there. Fastball missed. Count 1-1. Right-hander Nick Mears is tossing in the Brewers bullpen. All pulled foul to the right field line. Just missed the toes of first base coach Tom Goodwin. 7 runs, 11 hits, no errors for the Braves. 1 run, 5 hits, no errors for the Brewers. Ozzie steadies the bat on his left shoulder. 1-2 pitches outside. 2-2.
I was just thinking about, 2020, we didn't have spring training. We had summer camp. The only people we had to play against were our own teammates. I had 1 at bat against Ozzie. I threw much like Anderson. I think it lasted 12 pitches.
Yeah?
I was even contemplating throwing a knuckleball.
2-2 is outside.
He just, for some reason, the low arm slot guys, he'll give you a good battle. He has so much plate coverage. He can foul pitches off, which he's given Anderson the business here. So he's a pest with low arm slot guys if you just don't have anything to really beat him with.
3-2. Ozuna goes. Check swing. Ball 4. Missed outside with a fastball. That loads the bases for Eli White. It was Eli's 2-run homer in the 8th inning that really put the Braves in a place they've not been in some time. Gave them some breathing room with that 4-run lead in the moment. And they've added on with 2 more runs here in the 9th inning and lead 7-1. Now a meeting at the mound between Contreras and Anderson.
Yeah, this is a stalling tactic. They might let him face him again. He took him deep last at bat. Now the bases are juiced. Stakes are raised even higher.
Eli White, the 8th Brave to the plate here in the 9th inning. So they will keep Anderson out there. 3 walks in the inning by Anderson. First pitch to Eli White, and he swings and misses at a fastball up and in. Inning has gone walk, fly out, single, walk, 2 RBI single, pop out, and another walk. And a Brave at every base for Eli White. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and he'll reach and miss it, a sweeper away. Braves will take at least a 6-run lead into the bottom of the 9th, and it appears that Dylan Lee would be the man on the mound. 0-2, swung on, missed. Elevated a fastball. White strikes out. That into the top of the 9th. But 2 more tallies for the Braves, this time on 2 hits. No errors, and the bases left loaded. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning, 7-1 Braves.
Hey, Braves fans.
For 30 years, Renewal by Andersen has been the MVP for replacement windows and doors. They're proud to celebrate their 30th anniversary this month, taking care of Florida homes like yours. And that's why they're celebrating you with Renewal by Andersen's 30-year anniversary sale. All month, buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Upgrade your home with Firex frames, custom made for a perfect fit, no gaps, no fading, and made right here in the USA. Book your free design consultation today at bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service. Number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
How do we respond to lowball offers from insurance companies?
With relentless litigation. For the justice you're entitled to after an accident, you know who to call.
Make it a FARA fight. Fair and FARA.
Tampa.
A spring evening is the ideal time to invite some friends over, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and catch the NHL Finals. Because cross-checks on ice deserve exhilarating refreshment served ice-cold.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the Dew.
In communities across the country, hourly Amazon employees earn an average of over $22 an hour, with opportunities to grow their career and their paycheck. Learn more at aboutamazon.com.
The Braves Radio Network is lit by the original Louisiana brand hot sauce, the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. Bring the heat.
Don't miss Tom Glavine and his Hall of Fame insight every Monday afternoon at 3:30 during Chuck and Chernoff on the radio home of the Braves, 680 The Fan and the Fan app.
Braves 7, Brewers 1. 3 outs to go for the Braves to secure their first win in a week. Brian Snitker not hesitating to use one of his best, even with a 6-run lead. He's bringing in the lefty, Dylan Lee. Dylan's been great this season, 29 appearances with a 2.25 ERA.
Rhys Hoskins, the first batter he faces, and he takes ball low and inside. 7 runs, 11 hits, no errors for the Braves. 1 run, 5 hits, no errors for the Brewers. And the Braves have belted 3 home runs tonight as Acuna, Olsen, and White have all gone deep. 1-0 from Lee. This tie, 2 balls, no strikes. Two to Hoskins. And he'll swing and miss. His 6-run lead, but we certainly aren't counting our chickens before they hatch tonight.
Now that's helped by Dylan only pitched in game 1 of that Giants series.
2 on, a swing and a miss and a slider.
So he's had some rest, ready to go. Got to get this first win in the books for the Braves in a while.
Been sitting on 27 wins for far too long. 2-2 misses low. So 3-2 on Hoskins. Left-hander Dylan Lee looking in, shaking off Drake Baldwin, now straightens. His payoff pitch, and he gets a tip into the mid for strike 3. Got a fastball by him. So he shook that slider, I'd imagine, to go to the fastball to get Hoskins.
Yeah, Hoskins, a guy that will think along with you in the batter's box. He knows Dylan Lee's best pitch is that slider. But I would argue that Dylan Lee's 96-mile-an-hour four-seamer at the top of the zone, pretty good pitch, too. So great execution there on a full count.
He's had some good numbers on his fastball. There's Daz Cameron. There's a fastball for a called strike. And we've seen a bump in velocity this year. That one that he used to strike out Hoskins, like you mentioned, 96. We've seen him at 97 as well this year. There's the 0-1 pitch on the way to Daz Cameron. I don't know. Boy, it looked like a good fastball location, but it didn't get the call. Ball and a strike on Cameron. 1-1 from Lee. Blew that by. Boy, he's just coming out throwing heaters.
He is, and Dylan's got great shape to that fastball, too. Really spinny one, four-seamer. A lot of induced vert, meaning it resists the fall of gravity, so hitters tend to swing right under it.
1-2. Fly ball to center. Michael Harris to his left. Looking up. Hits the brakes. Makes a two-handed catch. And 2 down in the ninth. Sal Frelick will be the batter. Frelick's thinking, man, I finally get a trip to the plate without the lefty Chris Sale on the mound, and I was going to face the lefty Dylan Lee. He went 0 for 3 with a strikeout versus Sale. First pitch, called strike, fastball 94. It's just been old number 1 here in the ninth inning for Dylan Lee. Fastball after fastball. 0-1 pitch. Missed low of the slider. One, low and outside. The last Braves win came a little bit over a week ago. 2-1, tied him up. Braves had a victory over the Red Sox. Their last win. Now they're 1 strike away. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here it comes. A swing and a miss by Frelick. And guess what? The Braves have won. And the 7-game losing streak is over. It's a 1-2-3 ninth by Lee. Great job by Chris Sale. And the Bats belted 3 homers. They scored 7 times. And they take game 1 over the Brewers by a final score of 7-1. Back with the totals after this.
Want to hear a sound that's music to your ears? It's this one.
You're a winner!
Because that means you're an instant winner in the Cash 4 444 promotion. For 44 days, 444 Cash 4 players will win $444 right on the spot. Just listen for this prize alert when your ticket prints from the terminal.
You're a winner!
Or look for the prize alert on your ticket to see if you've won. There are 444 winners through July 1st. So play Cash 4 to instantly win an extra $444. Only from the Georgia Lottery. Play responsibly.
Good calls. They're great in baseball games, and they're even better when you need a law firm. If you've been in an auto accident and need legal representation, do yourself a favor and get the best call there is. One call, that's all. With Ken Nugent and his team. Ken's team fights
For 30 years, Renewal by Andersen has been the MVP for replacement windows and doors. They're proud to celebrate their 30th anniversary this month, taking care of Florida homes like yours. And that's why they're celebrating you with Renewal by Andersen's 30-year anniversary sale. All month, buy one, get one 30% off replacement windows and doors. Upgrade your home with Firex frames, custom made for a perfect fit, no gaps, no fading, and made right here in the USA. Book your free design consultation today at bestwindowsflorida.com. Renewal by Andersen. Superior products, exceptional service. Number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you need a lawyer that specializes in big trucks. A lawyer who knows all the federal traffic rules that can affect your case.
And who can navigate the complex web of laws dealing with the trucking company, the leasing company, the shipper, and all the other details that can complicate your case.
At Farah & Farah, we've seen it all, and we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Tampa.
A spring evening is the ideal time to invite some friends over, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and catch the NHL Finals. Because cross-checks on ice deserve exhilarating refreshment served ice-cold.
Give me a mountain
Do the do.
Welcome to Lazy Days. For nearly 50 years, we have been there for you, helping people turn RV dreams into destinations. Today, Lazy Days RV is here for you, with state-of-the-art dealerships, dedicated people, and popular brands. And no matter where the road takes you, Lazy Days will be here for you with RV service centers all across the nation. We are Lazy Days, here for you.
To remind you that 60% of sales on Amazon come from independent sellers, here's Tracy from Lily's of Charleston.
Hi, y'all. We make barbecue sauce, hot sauce, and specialty popcorn.
They get help from Amazon to grow their small business faster.
They handle all our shipping and logistics, which is a big help.
All loaded up. Have a great day, Tracy.
Hot stuff, Tracy.
Ooh, honey.
Shop small business on Amazon.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th-inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
When you're looking for leading cardiac care, look to Northside Hospital Heart Institute. We lead with 95% patient recommendations. You could say we're #1 in the heart of Georgia. We lead with 100 dedicated cardiovascular doctors, so you'll know your heart is in the best hands. We lead with compassion, because you are at the heart of our care. Northside Hospital Heart Institute. We lead with heart.
Have you ever wondered if there was something special you could put on your food to make it even better? There is, and it's called the Original Louisiana Brand Hot Sauce. Perfectly blending zesty peppers, tangy vinegar, and salty salt. The Original Louisiana Brand Hot Sauce makes curly fries into curl your toes fries, and every plate of nachos into nacho heck yeah. Only the Original Louisiana Brand Hot Sauce is bold enough to be the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Atlanta Braves and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Atlanta Braves.
Hey, Braves fans, this is John Michaels reminding you that Jeff Francoeur joins Finn, home team, and me in the locker room every Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. on your radio home of the Braves, 680 The Fan.
Back in Milwaukee, one final time, the Braves have defeated the Brewers by a final score of 7-1. Our next broadcast will be tomorrow when the Braves face the Brewers in the second game of this 3-game series here at American Family Field in Milwaukee. We'll be on the air tomorrow at 6:25 Eastern with the Ford leadoff show, and then the first pitch to follow at 7:40 Eastern, 6:40 Central, as Darren and I have the ball game tomorrow night. A couple of right-handers tomorrow night. Grant Holmes for the Braves. He's 3-4 with a 3.99 ERA. Quinn Priester will be on the mound for the Brewers. He's 3-2 with a 3.88 ERA. For the guys back in studio, that's Joe Virgin and Chris Thames. Also for Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick, I'm Ben Ingram saying so long and good evening from American Family Field in Milwaukee, where it's the Braves over the Brewers 7-1. Stay tuned for the Hyundai postgame show starting right now with Barrett Salee.
Thank you very much, Ben.
and the Braves improve to 19-4 when scoring 5 or more runs as they break the 7-game losing streak. Let's get to our Xfinity play of the game, and it came via the bat of Eli White. His 2-run, 2-out home run in the top of the 8th to push the lead to 5-1. Plenty of breathing room for the final 6 outs for the Braves bullpen. Xfinity knows live baseball is better with less freezing at the plate. That's why we deliver Wi-Fi built for streaming with ultra-low lag. Get the fastest connection to the Braves and stream more of the biggest moments from the best seat in the house with Xfinity. Totals, highlights, and sound from the clubhouse coming up after the break. You're listening to the Hyundai Postgame Show on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Thanks for listening to Atlanta Braves Baseball on the Braves Radio Network, lit by Louisiana Hot Sauce. This broadcast of Atlanta Braves Baseball is a presentation of the Atlanta Braves and Dickey Broadcasting Company, Atlanta. Any use of the accounts, descriptions, and audio of today's game without the express written consent of the Atlanta Braves Major League Baseball Club and Dickey Broadcasting Company is strictly prohibited. Don't move, because the Hyundai Postgame Show is up next on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network, lit by Louisiana Hot Sauce.
There's a tidal wave of clean car happiness sweeping across Braves country. Tidal Wave Auto Spa is your go-to car wash destination for a game day ready ride. Experience Major League Clean at Tidal Wave, the official car wash of the Atlanta Braves. Stay clean car happy all season long with membership discounts, exclusive giveaways, and more. Visit TidalWaveAutoSpa.com/Braves for details.
My car is happy. I am happy. Tidal Wave Auto Spa.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro's swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There he is, your new champion.
When you team up with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
Are you in the market for a mortgage? If you're borrowing for a big purchase, save money with my friends at Georgia's Own Credit Union, because Georgia's Own is local and not-for-profit. You can get better rates, pay fewer fees, and through the end of June, enjoy a rate discount when you choose Georgia's Own for your mortgage loan. For details, visit georgiasown.org or stop by one of their branch locations. I'm Chuck Dowdle, and I'm one of Georgia's Own.
For primary residence purchase, mortgage loans must lock in rate by June 30th. Must qualify and receive final approval. Restrictions apply. Georgia's Own is an equal housing lender.
Hope. It's more than a word. It's a breakthrough in the making. At City of Hope, we're pushing the boundaries of science, targeting cancer at the molecular level, with teams of experts working together to personalize a treatment plan right down to your DNA with unprecedented speed, making every second count, with appointments in as little as 24 hours. City of Hope, advancing cancer care at life-saving speed. Learn more at cityofhope.org.